I feel like he's between, realistically, 30 and 40.
You could name 30 players better than Jimmy Butler.
I already did in my top 25 list.
Oh, yeah, you put 20.
Because I went to 30.
Out about that.
And then if I start naming off those same players from that list,
I wish you could get
right
back
here.
to that list because I could debunk probably.
Okay.
I don't believe
that's
Paul
funny you
George
say
is
that
better
because
than
it's
Jimmy
literally
Butler at
right
all.
here.
Okay, hold on. Wait, what you said, Dub?
We already know.
I don't believe.
Dub,
yeah, I'm not gonna start.
I don't believe Paul George is better than Jimmy Butler.
Okay, see, this is why. So this is why I can't even get to the list.
Stop, Dub, stop.
This is why I can't even get to the list because if he believes that, then I'm scared to name off anybody else on my list.
Starting getting started, the player choice way. Green light, supercharged, the player choice way. Got shot, got Jordan, got Dale, got Jay. Yeah, them boy gon' get it started, the player choice way. Hey, hey, yeah, it's the player choice way. Yeah, them boy gon' get it started, the player choice way. Yeah, the player choice way. Come and switch lanes into the player choice way.
You know what Dub told me today?
Who, Dale or Dub? Because I know what Dale just told you. And if you want to divulge that, we can have that as topic number one.
No. So, you know that draft when we were drafting guards and then we added small forwards for the secondary one? So, I drafted Giannis and everyone was beefing, but Dell had my back. So, he sends, someone sends him this post from ESPN and then Dub screenshots it and sends it to me. And the topic says, who's the best power forward in the NBA? And it's a survey. And it's Giannis at 1. And then it has LeBron and Kevin Durant. And I said, oh, so LeBron's a power forward now?
I didn't know Jason Tatum was a power forward.
Shout out to Ian. Shout out to Ian.
Whoever Ian, so you agree that LeBron, KD is power forwards? Dub.
Who, me? If y'all could sit here and tell me that Giannis
don't you see you're doing it.
I don't agree with it. What's that? What y'all call it? Context bending? That's what y'all call it.
Just yes or no.
So early.
Yes or no.
I don't agree. I don't agree.
Okay, so then your point is invalid.
No. If y'all could say if Giannis is a small forward, then I could say LeBron is a power forward.
Yo, I already can see the YouTube comments right now saying they're talking about this again.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into it.
No, we're not.
We're not gonna get into it.
Because you brought that up last episode out of nowhere. I was shocked.
Yo, the middle squares for Players' Choice Bingo is Luka Doncic, Zach LaVine, Ben Simmons. Positions in the NBA. What else we just can't get away from? Kevin Durant, LeBron James. No, we don't talk about that every show.
Every show. Yeah.
Evan Smitty thinks I'm high as a kite.
He has no idea.
I would be up here freaking out. Yeah, I would be up here scared of Dale's takes.
God. Oh yeah.
Yo, chat. Before we get into this, I'm not Jordan. You don't have to get nervous right now. I'm not gonna bring up any names, and Dale won't either. But I've been informed that I'm the stat guy, like not the stat guy, but like I'm looking at stats right now. Like yeah. Out of everybody that's ever came on the show, who loves to look up and use stats? Not nasty. If I'm getting accused of being the stat guy, that I just have stats up right here for every topic we're about to talk about. I can't believe I got that accused of that by especially somebody like a JD.
You know what's funny is I'm always looking up stuff during the show. I'm always pulling up.
No, but
windows.
when I'm off the cuff. I don't have enough time. To be looking at stats and being off the cuff the way that I do. Now, if I say I'm going to Statland, then I go to Statland. But other than that, the way you tried to peg me as being a stat guy on this show, I know one guy, though, for sure. ZZ Huncho is a stat guy.
Yes.
That's a good name.
Can't really think of who else is very...
All right, then let's start.
Very
So are you telling me Lightout is a stat guy? Is Lightout a stat guy? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think Lightout is a stat guy.
I think he's a biased guy.
Well, everyone's a little biased though.
I think
Seriously,
light
the
out.
most bi-
I think light out is probably the most biased.
Everyone has their own
No, Dale's the
biases,
most
though.
biased. Yeah,
Dell's
that's
for
true
sure
too.
the most
Dell's
biased.
only biased with KD.
Dell is so deep in his bias.
What am I biased
KD,
about?
yes.
And this is going to be a good 17 minutes because I need to hear it.
You're
and,
biased.
and for Shaq, JD could say it because he agree. And you know me and JD always on the same side. So I'd rather hear JD talk about it first.
Wait, here's okay. Wait a second. Just to clear this up from the stat, JD. Here's the difference between being a stat guy. If you're telling me that I use, am I more argument based or am I more stat based?
No, your arguments start just with an argument, and then you go to stat line.
So whose argument starts with stats? Okay, moving on.
All right, Dell. So
that was pretty low, Shaq.
Dell and I. Dell. Dell.
Yes.
When I say that you're biased, what I mean is that you cannot be moved. Your opinion cannot be swayed. And if it, it's like, I guess it can, but it's like moving. It's like moving a car in the snow by yourself.
Okay.
Who, Dale?
Who's pushing the car?
Yeah, but Dale, it's not every day. It's only during winter storms where you do this. It's not like you come on here and you're biased every time. But when you get into your bias mode, it is crazy.
When he thinks
that you don't admit it.
Yeah, when he thinks he's absolutely right, there is nothing you can say.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but you see, then everyone's like that though.
I want to say everybody. Something like me, I'm open-minded. I like hearing both people's
What
sides.
have you ever really changed your mind about on this show? You still think Shaq is overrated?
Yeah.
And that's still top one.
I'll give him that one.
I ain't gonna lie, Shaq. I'll say Shaq convinced me. Shaq got me going with Zach LaVine. I ain't look at Zach.
I feel like I
way.
convinced the world about Zach LaVine.
No,
I had an amazing preseason game yesterday.
The reason Shaq can't convince me about Zach LaVine is because it's based off of stuff that he knocked before. So that's my only reason I can't get on the same boat with Shaq and Zach LaVine. Shaq created a stat for Devin Booker called empty stat, but he has never used it for Zach LaVine. I can't get on the train with that.
I have. I just told you.
I
just told you it was COVID. That's all.
You context it. You say, yeah, his stats is empty, but.
Empty
and no,
but COVID.
You can't do that.
Good old empty
but
butt.
COVID, but this, but that.
Got the Henny coffee.
70, and Shaq was like, so. And then he brought up, what have these people done for me? What has Luka done but leave the first round? Never left the first round.
So you're trying to tell me everybody in the chat has a preference, that one player that they're just like, nah, you're not about to slander him. That's not a superstar. That's like either on the cusp or they really like the player.
We don't slander Zach. I rate everyone basically the same. And you don't do that when it comes to Zach. And that's my only thing.
Because I'm about to show you.
No. You see, you shame Luka for making a person losing in the first round. And then you yell and say, who do we give all this credit to that never left the first round? But Zach never made it. Zach never made it.
Because I've always said on this show, this is always based off of the hype that you guys give certain players. Like Jason Tatum, you guys hype him up. Luka Doncic, you guys hype, but you guys will never hype up a Zion. That's the problem. I never said that these players aren't great.
Shaq, you asked us.
I'm just opening you guys' eyes.
Jason Tatum has never. He only left the first round this past season. Other than his second round conference final.
This is what I'm saying. And then you guys say all this, and they got the nerve to come on here and say Vince Carter is one of the most overrated superstars of all time. So then, what is Jason Tatum right now? In this present moment,
he's
I don't
in his
care.
fourth year in the NBA.
I don't care because based off of trajectory, he's never going to make a finals.
Wow, but he made it to 2 Eastern Conference.
No, if I said this in Carmelo's fourth year, that he would never make a finals, you guys would chop my head off.
And
I would still be sitting here.
And Jason Tatum is better than Vince Carter, though.
If I said Paul George is never making the finals, you guys are get him off the podcast. And once again, it's the truth.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing. Okay. I understand you're taking that, and that makes sense. Look at me not being biased, y'all.
Look. Did he just say Tatum won't get a finals appearance? That's what the chat is saying. If I literally said this about Carmelo Anthony 15 years ago, I promise you I would be exiled from talking about basketball.
But that's you giving credit to the player, though. That's why you'll be exiled.
No.
And you're not giving that credit to the player.
All right, I see Smitty. I see Smitty wants to do this. I haven't got a Smitty in a while. Just watch Tatum full game highlights. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. It's just madness. Yo, shout out Light Out for the sub. You put PG over Tatum? Yes.
Can I start with a prediction for the year?
Yes.
I'm ranking Ja Morant over Trae Young for the season.
Ja Morant over Trae Young.
Then can I say that I'm ranking Ja Morant over Luka Doncic?
You can.
You're basing it off of where did they finish at the end of the season, right?
That's tough, JD. That's very, very tough.
Yeah, I'm talking about at the end of this season, Ja Morant over Trae Young.
At the end of this season, Ja Morant over Trae Young.
What would you like me to get? Would you like me to get specific? Do you want me to say he's going to average?
Are you about to go to
say? I will not go to Statland, but I could.
No, that's a prediction. So it's like, I'm not mad at it. I mean, I'm not ecstatic about it.
I just want to know why he went that lane, though. What did
I don't understand.
Because preseason game?
No. This has nothing to do. I was actually thinking about this last year. I even pulled up an old tweet where I said I had Trae Young right now. This was in December of last year. I had Trae Young over Ja at the time, but the gap, I don't believe that there's that much of a gap.
So how can I go and ask the chat who's better, Trae Young or Luka? And it could be split 50-50, but then you overwhelmingly can sit here and say that Ja Morant's better than Trae Young, but he's not touching Luka.
Bro, why do we care what the chat says?
No.
What are you talking about? I've never said Trae Young over Luka, so it would go Luka, Ja, Trae.
That's true.
I care about what the chat says because I can pull one of them in here and they're gonna go toe to toe. But then you come in here, after sitting on the sidelines for most of these arguments and tugging on Dale's coattail and go out on a limb and say that Ja Morant's better than Trae Young.
Yo, hold on. So
do you think there's a
humongous gap between them?
Hold up, Jay.
I don't think there's a humongous.
Jay, my bad, Shaq. He's trying to get you. No.
Well, he'll never get me.
It's Jay's not saying right now. He's saying at the end of this season that Ja Morant will be better than Trae Young.
Yes.
So it's a prediction.
That's tough. That's tough.
Bro, here's the thing. If Ja Morant, because he should, in theory, year over year, he should improve his shooting. And if he improves his shooting all around,
so should Luka Doncic.
All around game, I like Ja Morant's game all around better than I like Trae Young's game. I think the only thing that really separates them right now is that Trae Young is just a much better three-point shooter. Other than that, what do they do so much differently?
I don't think Trae Young's the much better three-point shooter like you think he is, though. So then,
why don't you think that, Shaq? What are you looking at?
You should just say he's better now.
Wait, hold on. Why don't I think that though?
I don't know. This is what I say. I make statements like this, and then I go to the stats to say who's right and who's wrong. How is that being from Stat Island?
I never said anything.
If I was like the other guys, I don't.
Okay. Are you looking at their 3-point percentages from last year? Okay, what are they?
Yeah, Ja Morant's at 30%, Trae Young's at 34%, Luka's at 35%, and Ja's shooting much less. So to your point, you have a great point.
Though. Reading from Stat Island and seeing Luka 35 and Trae 34, I still think Trae's a much better shooter than Luka.
I would agree.
I just don't understand how Trae Young averages 25, Luka averages 27, Ja Morant averages 19. Let's get that out the way. Trae Young averages 9.4 assists, Luka 8.6, Ja Morant 7.4.
Can you look at how many threes Morant shot compared to
Trae Young? Yeah. Three. It's 1.2, so it's 1 to 4 roughly. That's 25%. So it's 1.2 to 3.8. It's 30%. And Trae Young shoots 6, and Luka shoots 8.
Damn, Luka shot 8 threes a game last year.
Yeah,
he has the highest 3-point percentage here at 35.
Damn. All right.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand how Ja is even mentioned at 19 and 7 to guys that are almost 25 and 10 and 28 and 9. That's not even close.
We'll see.
It's just a prediction. It's just a prediction.
That's a.
I had them close last year, so now I'm saying this year. He's
okay. So who's gonna finish better this year? Just really quick, out of Zach LaVine and Jason Tatum. I just want to know your take on that because you definitively always say that Jason Tatum. Yeah, you always say Jason Tatum's better. No, both
individually and team.
Both, but both. Yes.
Okay. I think the Celtics finish over the Bulls. I honestly think they're going to have similar stats, and Tatum might honestly edge him because now he has help.
I want your take on every single topic this episode.
Wait, you said Tatum?
I just have
Tatum has help.
Do you honestly think the Bulls are going to just be way better than Boston? Or it's just
yeah. I think like it's not even going to be close. I think the Bulls are going to be top 4, and I think the Bulls are top 6 at the least, and Celtics are playing. And I cannot believe that you guys aren't killing Jay for not saying that the Celtics are going to. So this is his predictions. The Celtics are going to finish in front of the Bulls.
Yep.
Ja Morant's going to be better than Trae Young, but he's not going to be nowhere close. Better than Luka.
You're putting words in my mouth.
I'm not with. But
so is Ja Morant going to be close to Luka? Could he be better than Luka?
You're putting words in my mouth. I'm talking about Ja Morant and Trae Young.
I'm asking you about Ja Morant and Luka Doncic. Could it be close?
Shaq.
Wait, I'm asking. So who's going to average more assists? Who's going to average more assists?
Bro, I don't care about that.
So then what makes them better?
Trae Young is better shooter than Ja Morant. I just told you.
I hate when you go to stat line, though.
Wait, I'm trying to figure out what makes a player better. Jordan has not given me any reason why he's picking Trae over Ja Morant.
I'm picking Ja Morant over Trae.
He's picking Ja Morant over Trae.
And I'm literally just saying because the gap was not – there was a small gap between the two players last year, in my opinion. And I think that he's closing that gap.
But you just say in your opinion. Yes. So what is the gap? So what was that small gap? If you're not basing off stats where it was clearly a huge differential, then what is the reason that the gap was just so tremendous between Ja Morant and Trae Young, who literally put his team on his back and was knocking off giants in the playoffs, and Ja Morant was in there battling with Steph Curry. So tell me what's going on. I need to know.
Probably impact. I don't know.
Wait, E. Nolan 501 says Shaq always does this when no one agrees with this opinion. E. Nolan 501 in the chat. Please tell me why Trae Young is not better than Ja Morant. Please.
Honestly, Jay, from last year, I don't think it was close. I think Trae Young was better than Ja.
I agree, but I think it's closer.
All he's saying is going to be closer, and you guys are killing him for that.
I don't care about their stats. I'm looking at the players. I don't know who's going to have better stats. I don't agree,
but he's saying it's going to be closer. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I just want to talk about Shaq thinking Boston is playing and Bulls is just so much better. Why, though? I think Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum is better than Zach
my bad.
DeMar DeRozan.
For the Spotify and Apple listeners, my bad. Eno Lynn 501 was talking about the Bulls and Celtics.
Back there.
Okay, but hold on. Eno Lynn 501 was talking. Eno Lynn was talking about the. Eno Lynn was talking about the Bulls and Celtics.
We'll have to see. It all depends on the coach. It all depends.
I want to clear that up because I killed them. I'm sorry, Eno Lynn.
There are people in the chat who think like I'm trolling, like I'm dead serious.
I know, but you haven't given us a reason why.
He could start at the 4 and Robert Williams started at the 5.
So just to get this on record.
I thought Tatum was starting at the 4 though.
I didn't think he started the 4 last year.
Yeah, he was a power forward.
Is Schroeder going to start?
No, that's why he didn't make an All-NBA team because he wasn't a good enough forward.
Is Schroeder going to start?
No, Jason Tatum.
Nah, he's not starting.
Yeah, Jason Tatum.
So is Marcus Smart? Who's at the 2-man?
Let me look at their yesterday's. Let me look at yesterday's.
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown's the 2. Marcus Smart's the 1. I guess they're going. Let me see. Let me look it up. Hold up.
Yeah, let me know.
No, Dub. Do not go to the stats. It's prohibited on the show. Only one player
No,
from
it's
the
looking at the
show can go
lineup.
look at stats.
We're checking the lineup though.
Smart, Richardson,
Dub,
Brown,
don't
Tatum,
do it.
Horford.
They're gonna say
Smart.
They're gonna say you're a stat guy. Don't do it.
King Kobe said Smart, Richardson, Brown, Tatum, and then Horford or Williams.
Richardson.
Do you find out because
last night I got it right here. Last night, they starting five was Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Tatum at the 3, and then Hernan Gomez at the 4 and Williams at the 5. Al Horford did play 18. Al Horford came off the bench, but he did play 18 minutes.
And Garb the Fisted. Sorry, you said Bulls getting overhyped to put them definitively over the Celtics makes no sense, I guess. Okay, yeah, no sense. They have the better lineup, leaps and bounds, the Bulls. So I can sit here and say that's the reason why they're going to be better than the Celtics. They have a better team.
Bounds though.
Let's go player for player.
I looked at that game. The game that just happened recently, the Bulls, not gonna lie, I know it's a preseason game, but they look pretty good.
Zach LaVine looks pretty good.
Though?
Let's go 5 for 5. On paper, you're right. 1,000%. It is on paper. But that at least I'm basing it off of something that makes sense versus JD coming in here and saying that Ja Morant is going to be better than Trae Young, and you guys say nothing. Let's go Trae Young versus Ja Morant first, Dale. Are you also saying that?
No, I'm not saying that. I already debunked that, and I don't want to keep talking about that. Because all I can agree with is his opinion saying it's going to be closer, but I don't think
it's going to be closer.
I don't think since they'll be in the NBA together, I don't think there's no NBA where I could see Ja Morant being better than Trae Young. I can't see that.
And we'll see at the end of the season.
Right. Okay. I mean, that's that.
There we go. Just got Shaq
That's
tight.
a hot take, though. That's a hot take.
I feel like it's not that hot of a take.
That's an official. No, that's a really good hot take. That's like a hot take. Like okay, right. That's a hot take.
Okay.
Like I would understand you better if you say something like De'Aaron Fox. I could have raveled with that a little bit as point guards.
I say if you want to put a bet on it, that's like a plus 500.
Like De'Aaron Fox and Ja Morant are more closer.
No, I was saying Fox and Trae Young.
At the beginning,
I know, but I'm telling you that's also cap.
At the beginning of the season, if you can even recall, did you think there was a huge gap between Trae Young and Ja Morant? And we'll end it at that.
I 1,000,000%. I never put Trae Young in those tiers of point guards. I always had him up there with Luka. And I always had him better than Luka. And I can always make the argument he's better than Luka with actual like reasoning other than he's going to really close the gap this year on Luka.
Okay, Shaq. All right, let's get into the show. Welcome back to another episode of Players' Choice, the number one place to be for NBA hot takes and flop takes. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in live on Twitch. Thank you to all who keep liking our videos, rating the podcast, leaving comments. I don't know how on Apple it ranks the podcast, but if you can do us a favor, if you listen to us on Apple, I don't know about Spotify or the other ones, but I know on Apple you can rate the podcast and you can leave a comment. Please, I just ask you, if you listen to us and you support us, that's just going to help us.
That'd be dope.
That would be amazing. We're still looking for potential social media managers, contributors, video editors, web designers. If you want to contribute to Players' Choice, hit us up, info@smck77.tv. If you still haven't checked out our website, smck77.com, go cop yourself some casual merch. And, of course, shout out to Deuce Brand. If you purchase anything on their website, make sure you use Players' Choice 20 for 20% off at checkout. Players' Choice 20 for 20% off. Does anyone have anything else they want to get off their chest before we dive into these topics?
First, I want to shout out Damon from Newburgh, New York. Dale, do you know where that's at?
No.
I actually have a lot. Yo, this week was crazy with the shout outs and I had a busy week, so I wasn't able to catch everybody. So I'm sorry if I missed you. Laurent was sending me some.
For audio? Podcast stuff?
No, just like people in my IGs that was asking me to shout them out.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'm sorry if I missed you. I kind of went into it knowing that I was gonna miss a few people. So I'm gonna try to be better about screenshotting that so I can shout you guys out. There was one more though.
Yo,
that I know I have.
Also, chat. Whether actually take this to our Discord. In our Discord, in suggestions before the year starts, give us some ideas of like bets we can put on stuff. So like when I say that I think Ja is going to finish the season over Trae Young, we can put something on it. Give us good suggestions of what we could put on those. Maybe it's something that we have to do on the show, whatever it is. Go to our Discord, give us some suggestions.
I'll put anything on that one. And also while we're at it, I think that Kristaps Porzingis is going to be a lot closer to Joel Embiid this year.
Oh,
I don't know why. I just feel like the gap between the two is going to close somehow.
Shaq,
I don't know why though.
It's funny that you bring up.
Feeling.
It's funny you bring up.
Shaq is trolling.
I know he's trolling. I know he's trolling, but it's funny you bring up Kristaps because I firmly believe he's going to have a way better season this year, and I think that the Mavs are going to finish 4th.
Yo, you guys literally just drug him. You guys act like nothing has happened for the last 6 months of you guys killing Kristaps, and then you try to come on like all is forgiven and just throw this out here like you guys didn't kill him.
I know I did. Of course I did, but I could still believe in him.
You didn't believe in him this whole time
because he proved
not even a little bit.
Because he didn't believe in himself,
bro. Exactly.
No, but you guys never said okay. So if he didn't believe in himself, and you're saying this, he's just all of a sudden about to believe in himself now?
What do you mean, bro?
Well, you know when you play bad, you know how you got Ben Simmons doing so much? It's the same as Kristaps.
It's 1,000% the same.
I don't think that he could have consecutive years of just absolute nothing, no production. Like he had some games where he did really well.
But you think Ben Simmons can, correct?
I think he can what?
That he's just going to have back-to-back. And Ben didn't even have a terrible year, but he's not going to improve this year, correct?
Ben has to find a team,
the guy that you love to hate.
I have no confidence in Ben.
But you have all the confidence in Kristaps. Jordan, I'm going to enjoy you this show.
I don't understand. Like, why is that? That's not crazy.
It's the same exact thing.
No, it's
I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, Jay. That's a little bit wild.
Bro, what are you talking about? Kristaps Porzingis can shoot,
but close to Embiid.
I never said that.
JD's here to pod today, and I appreciate it.
Oh, Shaq said that.
Yeah, what?
I think he'll have a better year though.
No, I said that based off of the Trae Young and Ja Morant claims that they're so close and they're really not. But he can just say that he can just say that Ja Morant's going to close the gap between him and Trae Young based off of 6 points and 3 or 4 assists, the gap between the two. But then if I say Kristaps is going to also improve his stats and average a little bit more, a little bit more rebound, he's going to be closer to Joel Embiid. I'm not saying that they are on the same
point. Can I ask you a question?
Exactly.
Shaq, do you believe that Kristaps is going to be closer to Joel Embiid? Do you believe that?
Yeah, I can say that Kristaps is going to have better stats.
Do you believe he's going to be closer to Embiid? Yes or no?
The thing is, the thing is, no. Just like I don't think Trae Young. I don't think
believes it though. That's the difference. JD really believed that. He does.
Okay. I could honestly say, that Draymond's going to close the gap between him and Anthony Davis.
Oh my God!
Draymond's going to play leaps and bounds better this year. He's going to have way more improved stats.
Okay, so Shaq,
I believe that.
Shaq, if Ja Morant and Trae Young average around the same for everything, points, assists, whatever, do you still just look at Trae as way superior? So it doesn't even matter if I say
No, I could give you legs to stand on if you make that argument that all of his stats are going to catch up to Trae Young's, because if they catch up to Trae Young's, then they catch up to Luka Doncic. That's the part that's confusing.
Okay, I get where Shaq is going.
I see where you're going. Stats don't tell the whole story, in my opinion.
Oh, wait, if it doesn't tell the whole story, I'm gonna take a page out of Dale's book. Trae Young, eye test wise, is 1,000 times better than Ja Morant to me.
So,
and you can't say it's not, because you guys are the same people that come up here and say Steph is leaps and bounds over Russell Westbrook just because Russell Westbrook is athletic and can't shoot, but he averages a triple-double, he averages more assists, and you guys say Steph is this amazing player. So with that same logic,
So
Jack, you
Yes.
also agree Stafford leaps and bounds over Westbrook as well, though.
Yeah, 1000%. So let's use that
Okay,
same
okay.
logic for Trae Young and John Morant. You would never say it was close, ever. You guys don't
I
even
didn't
have Westbrook in your top 30.
You arguing the JD right now? Us?
Yeah,
JD.
1000%. Not you, Dale.
Okay.
You guys will sit here and tell me that Steph is so much better than Russell Westbrook based off of whatever you want to, which is fine. But then don't try to sit here and tell me in the same exact situation with the Trae Young and John Morant that it is close at all. Because it's the same exact thing. Somebody let me know when it's not.
Shout out Goat Mamba. That's facts.
all right, care or don't care. Kevin Porter.
I'm just so confused how John Morant could be close. But we'll get into it later. I hope that's a topic.
Care or don't care.
Goat
John
Mamba,
Morant
how is it not the
better
same
than
thing?
Trae.
Tell me how it's not the same thing. Russell Westbrook averages more assists than Steph Curry. The only thing he doesn't do better than Steph is shoot threes. Literally. He took his team further than Steph did. Literally. He almost beat Steph in the playoffs with Kevin Durant. Literally. And you guys think it's so much better. But that's a conversation for another day.
All right.
Only thing Trae does is better is shoot threes. Okay, and you guys would never say that it's that close between Steph and Westbrook. But then you're supposed to sit here and tell me that it's that close between Trae Young and John Morant. All right. I swear to you, I don't understand, chat, how you guys are not following along with this, but I'll sit here and wait for you guys to catch up.
I think
I think Dale understands. I think Dale understands.
There's like 2 people in the chat who agree with me. So yeah, they agree with you, bro.
Almost ain't enough.
This is why I'm just the host. Kevin Porter Jr. named starting point guard for the Rockets. Says this organization saved my life. Care or don't care?
I care.
Go ahead.
I care.
Most improved player this year. I care.
Go ahead, Shaq.
No, I feel like he's right with that. They did give him a second chance, and I feel like if teams, like, it's one thing for a team like being a basketball player. It's a difference between a team just saying, looking at you like, yo, you wilding out here. And we don't get behind that. But it's another thing for somebody in that organization that probably took him up under his wing, which happens on every team. For me, it's like usually the first assistant coach that I vibe with, and they're just always in my corner like, yo, like, you're like that, you're raw, like, don't care about nothing else, just worry about the hoop. And everything you're doing is not so bad. And I think that's what happened for him, and it's paying off. Somebody believed in him OD, and it probably was just one player in the rest of the organization saying, we're behind you. But a lot of players don't get that benefit. And for a guy like him with his past in the past year, and we've covered a few of his antics off the court between a fight. Yep. I think it was a fight. I think it was a gun.
The locker room.
Mental health issues. Yeah, stuff like that. And for him to come out and that just goes to show you, like, but that's a lot of, like, it's the same thing with like basketball players and not basketball players, just humans in general. If you get somebody that's in your corner and believes in you, your life changes drastically. He literally was ready to retire or just quit a year ago. Not saying that's what he wanted to do, but that's what his actions were proving. And now he's here with this team, and now he's like, all right, not only am I about to become the most improved, like Dale said, I'm really about to make some crazy noise. And it's going to be nuts, the tier that he jumps in these next 3 years. And he could always hoop. And all of these NBA players could always hoop. And it goes vice versa. That's why, you think guys end up overseas or guys overseas end up in the league? It's always based off of off-the-court stuff, who you know, politics, and your headspace.
Dub.
I care. I think him and Jalen Green are going to have a great year together with Christian Wood. And, you know, he was on the Cavs, man. I just feel as if the Cavs wasn't a good fit for him. So him going to the Rockets, I truly believe that this organization did give him a second chance. And, you know, I'm happy for him.
Dale.
I care. Shaq said it all.
Dennis Schroeder. Go ahead, Shaq.
He was cooking in the ones. You know how the thing is, I'm looking like you guys are only going to post the makes, but I'm like, that's a lot of makes. It looks very convincing. He's on there talking crazy, like, you can't stop me, you can't guard me. And if you don't believe me, go to the Houston Rockets page where he's playing ones with the guards, and he's calling out everything, and it just looks like, oh, this happened back to back to back. And the crowd in that gym is going crazy. That's what lets me know he was really in there cooking. That's all I wanted to say. Amazing video.
I have to see that.
Dennis Schroeder on the $84 million offer. He said, I never had that contract in front of me. Is that fact or cap?
That's so much facts.
That's a fact as well. I actually heard
thought
that
he never
already,
did.
too. I
Yeah,
heard
and
that. I heard that was never in front of him. It was just speculation. I heard that too. So, but it's
but
good
he
he's
did.
saying this to make it more light. I heard he didn't see it.
Yeah, I know. I don't think that he's seen it, but I do recall him commenting something like money bags or like I'm a max or close to a max,
Oh,
regardless if he's seen it or not.
Oh, okay.
It's still nasty. I don't think he would have signed it.
So is he saying that he didn't physically see it, or is he saying that
They never
his
offered him that
manager
contract.
or agent never even?
No. The vibes was they never offered him that, and nor would I don't see why they would have offered him that. I never thought that he was just this player that they were trying to lock in. I was always confused by that.
John Morant, who happens to be better than Trae Young, said that he wants $1 million to enter the dunk contest. Care or don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I have no care about this, and I can't wait for y'all to say y'all don't care either.
I guess I'm curious, why do players not want to do the dunk contest?
That was the only reason why I cared a little bit. It's like damn, you need $1 million just to participate in a dunk contest?
1,000%. Being a dunker, I will tell you that no dunker wants to get up for a dunk contest unless you're like, especially if you're on the cusp of being like an all-star or a superstar. Mm-hmm. Like lower tier guys that want some like clout, like Nate Robinson. Yeah. That's why he did it for so many years. Mm-hmm. He created that storyline with Dwight just because he will never be the player that Dwight is. So for him, that was his championship every year. And for a lot of guys, it's like that. But like you said, Jordan, John Morant's this amazing player that I'm surprised he'll do it for $1 million. I did not think that $1 million is a lot to guys in the league, but money is money. So
I think that his reasoning in that interview, and I could be wrong because I just saw a brief clip, was that it's the judging system. I don't think he believes too much in like.
It's a bad judge. I mean, the All-Star Weekend activities, the only thing that I believe in is the skills competition. That's the best part of any type of extracurricular stuff.
I like three-point shootout also.
I love the
okay, I'll give the three-point. I'll give the three-point shootout
game.
Too.
It's so funny.
It's always a hit or miss with the judges every year for the dunk contest.
How many likes or dislikes do I have to get on TikTok before they invite me to the celebrity game? Me and Dale.
Hey, bro, one day. Maybe one day.
I'm going for MVP.
LiAngelo,
and I'm stopping you while I'm going for it.
Smacking Kevin Hart in the nose. I'm not playing any games with these guys.
LiAngelo Ball does not make the Hornets roster.
Surprising to me. Really? Extremely surprising.
Why?
Because here goes a not so hot take that might be a hot take. I feel like LiAngelo Ball is better than Thanasis Antetokounmpo. Am I being nasty, Dale? I just want to know.
Okay.
I don't say that to be ill.
No. I get your angle, but if I was picking a team, I would pick the Thanasis over him.
Okay. And I don't know. And I'm just saying that. I only say that to say I feel like LaMelo could have got him on the team the same way Giannis.
Because Greek had to reach his stature before that happened.
1,000%.
Because Thanasis has been playing.
And I feel like the Hornets are actually trying to rebuild to become a championship team. So it's much more difference than Giannis just saying, "Come on." And
it's a difference between having whoever Bucks have their owner and have Michael Jordan as their owner. And then your pops used to say that he's better than this and all that is now. Okay.
I don't think that has anything. And somebody has some crazy blackmail on LeVar Ball. The way he just shut up, like it's something bad too.
No, what got him to shut up is how he was acting on First Take with Molly. He was nasty.
Okay, so he watched that back and was like, okay.
I got it.
He made a business decision.
Okay. Everybody has those moments where they rewatch something, and I never do. I go on TikTok every time and I say, they think I'm crazy, and then I just double down on it.
Yeah, in that top 25.
And we can't forget our Rachel Nichols, my Rachel Nichols moment of.
I don't even remember your Rachel Nichols moment.
I know. The fact that you brought it up, they're going to go searching now. Shaq on Kyrie, I would go up.
The fact that you said that, they're going to go searching now.
Well, you brought it up, so.
It wasn't that nasty.
It really wasn't. Shaq on Kyrie, he said, I would go upstairs and say, get Kyrie up out of here. Get him out of here. Whoever owns the Nets, get his ass up out of here.
I'm gonna throw Kyrie some bail I do care. I'm gonna throw Kyrie some bail only because of Shaq, and I hate anything that Shaq says regarding players, because it's never a time where he's bigging up any player other than Giannis because they potentially play alike. Like, you talk about a guy stuck in his bias, is Shaquille O'Neal, and he's going to the grave with it. But to his point, like, that's a little extreme. Get him up out of here. I mean, I would just go upstairs and be like, say, can you get Kyrie Vax to, I need him on my team. I wouldn't say get him up out of here. And he's basing it once again off of Shaq's nastiness. He's basing it off of money. He's making all of this money. That's not that's where I hate with this Vax thing. Like, Kyrie can believe that the Vax is not for him and you not bring up his contract.
Right.
That's fair.
Right.
That's fair. Now, when he does other little things like following weird, accounts, conspiracy stuff, it's still like, okay, this guy's a conspiracy guy. He's just uninformed, the same way he was uninformed about the earth is flat. And they invited him to NASA, I think. It was him or Steph.
This is Kyrie saying the earth. I 100% never thought Kyrie believed that. The thing, if y'all
thought he was trolling,
interview, he said it in the interview, but then he just took it too far. He said, yo, the fact that this is nudes is proving to me how you guys just worry about the wrong stuff.
No. Because Kyrie...
He said that.
Okay, that's fair. But if Kyrie, you need to get better at storytelling or likability, because we look at that and we look like you literally just told us in a way like Kyrie acts, he gives off the vibe that whatever I do is right. I've done research about this, and what I'm saying right now is very accurate. What?
He gives me the vibe that y'all really just in my life too much, so I could really say whatever, and y'all gonna just run with it, and I'm gonna continue to troll y'all. But right now with the facts, I don't think he's doing that. One thing about Kyrie I've learned, he's a difficult person. And if anyone could have said, yo, Del, who you think in the league won't take the vax? I would say, I think it's Kyrie. And it's not because of his beliefs. I think he just wants to be a little difficult. But this is such a sensitive topic that you can't call it difficult. You just got to be like, because that's his body. And if he want to lose $50 million, then so be it.
1,000%. I think Will Peter, Dubs in the chat is Will Peter 713. Nasty comment. Shaq was okay. All-time great center. He didn't have the most moves. Defense wasn't stupid crazy, and he has no skills besides the jump hook or drop step.
Okay.
Thank you for that insight, Dub.
Joel Embiid speaks out on Ben Simmons. He said, our teams have always been built around his needs. The reason we signed, what does that say? Signed?
Al.
Signed Al. I thought it said AI. I was like, what? The reason we signed Al is him. We got rid of Jimmy, which I still think was a mistake, just to make sure he had the ball in his hands.
I care about that.
It
I think that was
important.
Go ahead, Dub.
I think that was important for Embiid to say that, because they did do a lot of moves for Ben as well, and it's just I just don't think that those two could just play well together, and it's not either their fault, but to sit here and act as if the organization didn't do anything for you, that's kind of messed up for me.
Anyone else?
Wait,
I still believe they can play together. I don't know why people keep saying this. And then I see now that Philly is in talks with a trade to Indiana built around Karis LeVert. And I'm like, Sabonis and Ben? Is that a fit?
Sabonis, they are never giving. If no players are giving up all-stars, then what makes you think the Pacers are giving up Sabonis? I don't think so.
That's my point. He's going to be him and Ben. Sabonis on Ben on the same team. So why So why would that work more than Ben and Joel Embiid?
I don't think that will work.
I'm with you, and I also agree with you, Dell. I do feel like that they could play together.
Saying he can't play with him no more, but I love
that's personal.
I loved everything Joel Embiid said. It made perfect sense. You were right. You sound like you're fed up with everything that's going on. So it's like, oh, all right, cool. Like, bro, we literally.
Wait, but he says the reason why we signed Al is him. Who wasn't signing Al?
No, he just saying that Al Horford was to create more spacing because Al could shoot threes.
Well, who are they going to sign in front of him? I mean, instead of Al, like any team is taking Al to come and shoot threes on their team. That's why that was a bad take from Joel. That's not because of Ben.
I don't think it was a bad take. He was just saying players they brought to help the cause. And then
I think what will help the team, along with Ben shooting threes,
if Ben
is
was
Joel's.
There, they would not sign Andre Drummond.
That's true. That is very true.
I don't. His take about getting rid of Jimmy. I don't think that anything drastically changes between Ben Simmons and Jimmy Butler being on that team.
They can't play together. Jimmy Butler needs the ball in his hand as well.
No. I'm saying Jimmy Butler and Joel versus Ben and Joel. Because he's talking like I would have much rather had Jimmy here than you. And then Ben can, to Ben's point, he could say I much rather wish we had a healthy big that was dependable in the fourth quarter. I'm not trying to get nasty, but I'm just saying this can go tit for tat.
So you think? I think Ben and I think
Jimmy.
I think Jimmy and Joel Embiid is better than Ben and Joe.
You're always going to speculate and say that. That's fine.
I'm not speculating.
I can't change.
I'm saying it.
I can't. I know, but that's speculation because we'll never know.
I mean, the last time they went to, close to the finals was with Jimmy.
We know.
Where did they finish?
In the Eastern Conference, they lost to Kawhi Leonard on a buzzer beater.
And where did the Sixers? They got put on the second by Trae Young, correct?
Yes.
That was the following. Yeah, that wasn't.
That was this year.
That was this year.
Both of them was the second. Both of them was second.
Mm-hmm.
So Philly, but in the same exact, they got put out at the same exact stage, correct?
Right.
I just feel like I didn't say that to try to make a point. The only point I'm trying to make is I don't feel like Jimmy is that much better than Ben Simmons. I don't think a lot of teams are taking Jimmy. I feel like Pat Riley loves him because he's cut from that cloth like a D Wade. He took him to the finals in the bubble, which it was a lot of weird things going on in the finals. It's amazing the team that we've seen.
Shaq, I have to stop you. When did you start hating Jimmy Butler?
I feel like he's overrated. Like when you guys start doing stuff like this,
you just loved him. You just loved him.
I can
just off of that playoff loss. That's why everybody switched.
Hold on, Dub. You wasn't there for Shaq.
I just hate how I hate how you guys, because I could definitively have said at the beginning of this year that Ben Simmons was better than Jimmy Butler, and now that Ben has had his woes this year, you guys are sitting here literally telling me. And then I look at Jimmy Butler and I say, Jimmy, you would not be good on any other team. I don't think. You weren't even good on the Heat this year.
He was good on every team he's been on.
I'm letting Shaq.
What team? Let's name it. Let's go down Jimmy's career.
Yeah. Let's go down Jimmy's career.
Let's go down Jimmy's career. You guys overhype everybody, bro.
The Timberwolves last made the playoffs with Jimmy Butler. Come on,
you guys overhyped.
The Timberwolves last made the playoffs with Jimmy Butler. The Bulls last made the playoffs with Jimmy Butler. Miami went to the finals.
Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot.
Where's JD?
Wait.
What's good?
Wait, the bubble.
Are you letting him talk about Jimmy like this after all he wrote for Jimmy? You're not doing this.
I think he's if you're gonna doing this because Ben Simmons is in this conversation.
Hold on, Shaq.
Okay.
If you're gonna
potentially, but I still have arguments.
I
look at Jimmy.
Wait, Shaq. Hold on. Wait.
Jimmy's a poor man's Kawhi, like a really poor man's Kawhi.
If you're gonna sit here and try to knock Jimmy Butler for making the finals in the bubble, then you have to knock LeBron for winning a ring in the bubble.
Where is Jimmy? First off, where's Jimmy Butler?
Does LeBron's ring count?
No,
does LeBron's ring count?
First off, LeBron rings count, and Jimmy Butler taking them to the final also counts.
Okay.
I just said that it was weird things going on that year, but I still also believe that how do you make it to the finals one year, and then literally the next season, it's like night and day. It's like what happened?
It's because of COVID, Shaq.
Oh, I forgot. Okay.
And injuries.
Even so, I need to know where Jimmy Butler is in everybody's top 50 in the NBA right now. Because I haven't heard anybody mention Jimmy Butler at all. And now all of a sudden he's just this amazing player. So tell me where Jimmy Butler's at.
I just think he's better than Ben Simmons. And you just say no one would think that. You know, if you asked me that in the beginning of any year, I would think that. I don't know about everybody else. You know how I always felt about Ben, and I will always like to continue to stand on that.
Shaq, you don't think that Jimmy Butler's top 50?
He does.
No, I 1000% think he's top 50,
Okay,
but the
tell me when to
chat's telling me
stop.
he's top 25
tell me when
all
to
of a sudden.
stop.
Okay.
Okay, so you say top 50, top 40.
I feel like he's between, realistically, 30 and 40.
You could name 30 players better than Jimmy Butler.
I already did in my top 25 list.
Oh yeah, you put 20
because I went to
I
30.
forgot about that.
And then if I start naming off those same players from that list,
I wish you could
is
get
right
back
here.
to that list because I could debunk probably.
Okay.
I don't believe
that's
Paul
funny you
George
say
is
that
better
because
than
it's
Jimmy
literally
Butler at
right
all.
here.
Okay, hold on.
Wait,
no,
what you said, Dub?
We already know
I
that.
don't believe.
Hold on. Dub,
Yeah,
what
I'm
you
not
say?
gonna start.
I
from
don't
one.
believe. I don't believe Paul George is better than Jimmy Butler.
Okay, see, this is why. So this is why I can't even
Dub,
get to the
just
list.
Stop, Dub. Dub, stop. All
This
right?
is
No.
why I
Put it
can't
up.
even get to the list because if he believes that, then I'm scared to name off anybody else on my list because that
Dub,
is
stop,
nasty.
Dub.
I don't
Dub,
believe
stop.
it. I don't. I just don't. I'll stop, but I
So
just don't believe
so
it.
Jimmy Butler or Donovan Mitchell?
Jimmy Butler.
Based off of what? Because it can't be stats.
Honestly,
It's based off of. It's just. I mean, if you want to call personal preference, I would say personal preference. Yes, I would rather have Jimmy Butler. Screw the stats. I'd rather have Jimmy Butler on my team than Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
that's not
All
that
right, at least
bad.
you're being
That's not that
consistent.
bad.
Yeah, at least you, and I guess you got to throw him over at Ja Morant because he was in.
Yes.
Yeah, I got Butler over John Morant easily though.
Mm-hmm.
But we start talking. So what about Jaylen Brown?
Yes.
No. No. He's not better than Jaylen Brown.
No.
Okay, can we do a Jimmy Butler list? And I'm just gonna name off of these players, and I just need a quick yes or no, Dub, from you. And I'm gonna start a little bit higher because you're scaring me. I was just gonna go to top 15 to 25. But now I see where your head is at. I just gotta hear it. So right now, and I'm not talking about player. We're not talking about player. We're talking about impact to team, correct?
Oh, if we're talking about impact to team. Oh yeah. Yeah.
If you talk about impact, he's gonna put Jimmy top 8.
Okay, let's mix player and impact to team because that should be
okay,
taken into.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. So we got LeBron.
No.
Kevin Durant.
No.
Giannis.
No.
AD.
No.
James Harden.
No.
Luka Doncic.
No.
Kawhi Leonard.
No.
Okay, now we're about to start getting real interesting here.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie Irving.
Ooh.
Wow.
I'm gonna say no.
Donovan Mitchell.
Yes.
Okay, where are we at on this list already, Shaq?
We're approaching 10. Yeah, we're approaching 10.
Okay.
Chris Paul.
Oh man, you know I like Chris Paul. Player and impact. I'm 50-50 with that. I'm 50-50 with that one.
There's no way, like, I'm just pausing. If we're going impact to team and player, it's no way that Chris Paul is not better than Jimmy Butler.
Right. That's why I was about to say, when you put that impact factor in, you hurt your case. Because I think Jimmy Butler is a better player right now but then when y'all put that dumbass impact just to make everything difficult, it's like, come on.
Even if we take it away, I don't think
Chris Paul.
I'm trying. Okay, I never thought that Jimmy Butler is better than Chris Paul, a basketball player. But we can keep going.
Hey, Dub.
Paul George.
Not Dub. Dell, what's Dub doing?
Yep, I'm not even. I saw it already, but I was just going to continue. I see that.
He's in the hot seat right now.
No. That's when I was thinking. I was thinking about it. Every time I'm thinking, bro, that's what I do. All right, so what you got?
Okay, Paul George.
Yes.
Trae Young.
Yes.
I'm gonna skip Steph Curry and I'm gonna go to Russell Westbrook.
Yes.
Jokic.
No.
Damian Lillard.
No.
Klay Thompson.
Yes.
Zach LaVine.
Yes.
Julius Randle.
No.
Chris Middleton.
Hell yes.
Joel Embiid.
No.
Rudy Gobert.
Yes.
Draymond Green.
Yes. What the hell am I talking about? Yes.
Ja Morant.
Yes.
Devin Booker.
Yes.
I'm out of
Jason
here.
Tatum,
I'm out.
Jason Tatum. Yes.
Jaylen Brown.
I think everything else is gonna be yes from here on out.
Okay.
You didn't want to mention Steph Curry, but Steph Curry's a no. He's not.
Yeah,
better than
no,
Curry.
that's why I didn't. That's why I didn't even.
He wasn't going to
bother.
get that nasty.
I don't know, and I know
To
we
me,
don't
Jimmy
go
Butler's
off
a top 15 player.
Okay, that's what we're getting at. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And Chris Paul's top 15 in my eyes as well. So,
Who you got better, Zach LaVine or Julius Randle?
Zach LaVine.
Okay, question. Just now when Shaq asked you Zach LaVine or Jimmy Butler, you said Jimmy Butler, but for Julius Randle, you said no. Explain that.
I hate Julius Randle game. I hate it. I don't like it.
No, just now you said he was better than Jimmy Butler, though.
Wait, who?
Julius Randle.
I said Jimmy Butler was better than Julius Randle and Zach LaVine.
No, you didn't. That's why I asked you that question.
I swear I said it. I
No,
swear
you
I said
didn't.
it.
I'm telling you for a fact you did.
Oh my God.
He
If
might
I
have just
did,
gotten
my
his
bad.
bag.
No,
Yeah, I don't believe that you think that either, Dub.
Yeah. Nah, Jimmy Butler is definitely better than both. That's my bad. I might have said the wrong
That's
thing,
why
yeah.
I asked you the question
Mhm.
of who's better, Julius Randle and Zach LaVine.
Oh, I said no. My bad.
I love
That's my
when
bad,
Dell
but-
catches somebody on something like that.
Mhm.
So fire.
That's why I wanted to be
I don't-
like, yo, what's-
Just catching him slipping.
yo, he said Julius Randle. He was like,
I would have been,
nah.
when Dale starts questioning you.
Yeah, just turn your camera off and hide.
Start deflecting.
Yeah, for real. Put your shield up. Ennis
But
Cancer.
I think Jimmy Butler is top 20, top 25 though. I agree with you there.
I also do too. After reading off that list that I just said, I do. He for sure top 20.
So
because I put like Drew Holiday 30 to 40, and I'm like, I can't kind of put him with Jimmy Butler. That's kind of wild.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ennis Cancer calls.
He's out of the top 25, Dale. He's out of the top 25, Dale. Stop.
Who is?
Drew Holiday's not a top 25 player, and let's move along. Let's just get over that.
I don't want to move along. We could go through your list again.
Dale, nah.
Drew tough, boy.
Nah, nope. I'm not giving you that one, Dale.
Yeah,
Nope.
you didn't name Ben Simmons. Drew is better than him.
Okay, that's that. Because right now, Dale, Drew Holiday's not top 25. I can't give you that, but we can move along.
Top 25, right?
Yeah, he not better. So Drew Holiday's better than Ja Morant?
Yes, I'm taking Drew over Ja. Yes.
Based off of what? Wait, it's no way that you can. Oh, you didn't agree with. Okay, so
exactly.
JD, more to your point, that means Drew Holiday's also close to Trae Young and Luka Doncic, like really close. JD,
I don't know.
like,
I don't know about that. Their game is different.
Drew Holiday's not better than Vucevic.
Hey,
you're talking about the center that you didn't have in your top 25?
Yeah, he's not. I didn't have Drew Holiday top 25 either.
Right. So I'm comparing guards. I'm not gonna say Vucevic is Drew
we
Holiday.
talking about top 20. So I mean, could Drew Holiday be a top 15 guard
in the NBA?
Yeah, right now.
Yes.
Top 15
guard. Top 15 guard is tough because that's point guards and shooting guards.
Yeah.
That's pretty tough. Wait.
Let's see.
Damn, that is tough though. That's a good question.
Way,
is he better than Bradley Beal?
No.
Jaylen Brown?
No.
De'Aaron Fox?
Zach LaVine?
No.
What about De'Aaron Fox?
Yeah, he's not top 15.
He's not. Fox is a tricky one. I'll take him over De'Aaron Fox.
Because he's not better than Brandon Ingram.
Ben Simmons?
Brandon Ingram's a 3-man, no? Don't even bring up BS to me.
Okay.
And Ben Simmons initials makes his name better. BS.
BS?
Please don't bring up that BS to me.
He's not better than Terry Rozier.
Stop. Stop.
Devin
going.
Booker.
I think he's a better fit on the Bucks.
Terry Rozier?
Yo,
No.
what's the next topic?
Drew
Jamie?
Holiday.
Oh, he's a better fit on the Bucks than a lot of players we named.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's what's clouding your judgment, because if Drew Holiday wasn't on the Bucks, you would not be saying he's better than probably even Anthony Edwards.
He made an All-Star game on the Sixers.
So
you say that like he never did anything, nothing. Like
I feel like every guy that we named has been an All-Star. In the All-Star,
not Anthony Edwards.
Kyrie Irving stands. The All-Star game in the votes of these players being placed into these games is not going to cloud my judgment on what I think of the player. These are man-made lists that you're talking about, and I'm not going for that.
So from now on, if you ever make an argument about he was an All-Star, you can't use that.
It doesn't count.
I'm the last guy to bring up this guy was a 9-time All-Star. You probably never heard me say
no
that.
No one really we don't really say that. I just brought that up just now because you made it seem like he was on
and
every
we
other
know
team
who does
was
say
on.
that, and I'm compared to that guy. If that guy was here, he would be talking about all NBA teams, all defensive teams, his rookie of the year. Every award and stat would be being brought up, and that's the difference.
Chat, how y'all feel about low end stats?
All right. Enes Kanter calls out LeBron. Calls out LeBron about vaccination.
Yo, you're so nasty. You're so nasty. You're so nasty. Look, and they were ready to explode and pounce on you.
Yo.
As they should.
Enes Kanter.
I like it.
Buddy, he's so tight.
I like it a lot.
Is JD overheating yet?
I think.
I mean, that's
my God.
That's not like you didn't say anything bad.
He says he overheated.
His face is turning red. I'm
Definitely
watching
getting
it.
hot.
I'm so happy.
I'm also wearing a sweatshirt. Enes Kanter calls out LeBron about vaccination. He said, I was very disappointed. LeBron James is one of the faces of the league, and he should be the first one to go out there and say, listen, everyone, I got the vaccine. I'm encouraging everyone, my community, everyone, basketball fans, non-basketball fans, all sports fans should go out and get this vaccine so we could save other lives.
Kanter's a bozo for this.
He's only a bozo because he went on TV trying to prove a point. He couldn't wait for that question.
And it was CNN. Like, he just did a lot of bozoness with this. And it's like, you can't even go back to your own country. So it's like, what do you think?
Enes Kanter, he's a very outspoken.
Nah, he was wrong for this. He was wrong for
I don't think his stance was so wrong.
Why not?
Because I feel like a lot of players should have stepped up.
No. Honestly speaking, what Bron said is probably one of the first answers and thing I've heard him say, that it was never like narrative guy. I swear to you. His like when I said like that makes perfect sense. Like, yo, I wasn't cool with it, but my family, let's hope it be better. But I can't tell nobody what to do with their body. That's what they want.
Wait, hold on. This is perfect LeBron narrative guy because he's always rides the fence.
Yeah,
no.
And Dale, that's funny because that's why I was like, damn, this is to Dale's point.
Nope, because Bron always plants a seed first. Always plants a seed. He always
he's not going to do it with COVID.
Right, that's my point. He never sugarcoated. He never, none of it. He always plants a seed before anything. But now he's like, I don't even think it's any narrative you could say on this. Like, bro, it's really, if that's that person's body, I can't tell them what to do. Like, that's just the truth, bro.
It was a perfect.
I'm with you on that. It was
a perfect political response, though.
It was, but to Dale's point,
JD, you could say that, but like, tell me an answer that would have been like, oh nah, just go out there and take it for your body. And
no. I'm not sure. I don't care. I don't care about the take. I'm just saying when you say that this is not on par for LeBron, I'm saying
it's not to me.
LeBron. I changed completely.
For the COVID stance, bro, I don't see where.
That's nasty. That's nasty. Because I don't think LeBron, and I did before I came on the show until Dale just said what he said. I was on LeBron's ASS only because I'm just like, I was under the impression that he was like, get it, like I believe in the vaccine. But if he's on the fence about it, and I don't feel like to crowd killer, I don't feel like any celebrity or athlete should be vouching for anything that political.
Vaccine, right.
Yeah, especially a vaccine, just because you don't know the side effects of the vaccine.
Anything.
Also,
you don't.
Also,
we do know that it saves lives right now. I'll give them that.
We also
some lives.
It's also crazy that
a lot of lives.
Public health and politics, like this has nothing to do with politics. It's just been politicized.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it does. I feel like the vaccine does save lives, but you don't know what it does to your own personal body.
Right, and that's a fair statement.
So that's why I'm like, okay, LeBron. That's why Ennis is nasty, because he came out with a narrative, and we both know that he doesn't like LeBron. He likes hard, but he loves Marcus Smart.
This next one is probably my favorite
one.
What
team is he on?
Who is Ennis is on? Where's Ennis at right now?
I think he's still on. Isn't he still on the Celtics? I think he's still on the Celtics.
He's on the Celtics.
Oh, he's back on the Celtics. Okay.
Back on the Celtics?
Oh, yeah, he's back on the Celtics, yeah. He played on Portland.
All right, this last one's my favorite. Paul Millsap's comments on why we pay for water. He tweeted, random question, if the earth is made up of 71% water, then why do we get a water bill every month?
This was like, I know that people go out and like get high and say things sometimes, but just off of my brain, just on surface level, I'm just like, the energy to purify water is why we have to pay for water. That's just at the lowest level of why we have to pay for water.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know what's going on.
Someone tell Paul Millsap to go to whatever water source is near him and go get
the
a
Pacific
bucket of water
Ocean
and don't boil it.
Like, I just don't get it.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, like, he don't
that's
have to
crazy to actually tweet that.
He could go to the park and get the faucet water, full buckets up that way.
Right.
And just trust it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I need to know if he's vaxxed or not.
He's vaxxed.
You think he was blasted when he tweeted that?
Fresh spring water is like 2%.
And I think some people probably responded with the 100 emoji.
And how do you ever? I want to know who is close to fresh spring water right now.
Did no one hear what Del said? That's
What did he say?
Bro, that's so perfect too, because I'm gonna go to that tweet and check too.
They were killing him.
No, Del
said Mamba said he's close to freshman.
It's for sure some people responded with the 100 emoji.
1000%. Goat Mama said he's by fresh spring water. I wonder, where do you live, Goat Mama? I'm just asking a question. I'm not coming at you for. Oh, he said I don't drink it though. I didn't care if you drink it or not. If I live close to fresh spring water, I wouldn't go get it every day. But that's what I'm paying for. People to bottle it up and I can put it in my refrigerator.
There are so many comments.
Does fresh spring water taste that good? I know a lot of people like claim that this is fresh spring water, but I'm talking about actually out of like a where does fresh spring water come from? How is it fresh spring water?
Because they dig into the
question
ground.
Should
they
be
they dig it into the ground, and I don't know how, but like there's like water in the ground, and if you go to the islands, they go to the wells and pump it up and fill up the water.
Okay.
They could use it to bathe.
We need a show where we find all the things that we don't know, like how stuff works, and we try to describe how we think it works.
I was ready to hear that from Dub. Like I was like, Dub, yeah, but I thought you were about to get in your bag, and then you said, I think, and I was like, okay, Dub's kind of speculating here, but I'm still with you though.
No, I'm like 80% sure. I remember somebody
from water reservoirs underground, Dub.
Dominican Republic. What?
From water reservoirs underground.
Yeah. Something like that. It's something like that.
Poach that from the chat. All right.
All right. Next topic. You have to go back to one of these eras, 90s, 2000s, or 2010s, and you have to win 2 championships or you die. You can pick 2 superstars from that era, but the superstar you choose cannot have more than one championship. Which era are you choosing and why?
First off, I'm going to the to the 90s, just to let you guys know. And is that
never
nothing
am I
to do?
going to the 90s?
Wait, can I ask y'all something though?
I'm not either, Dale.
Is it if they win one ring in that decade or just like one ring period?
Let's go in that decade. That's fair.
Okay.
In that present decade, not any ring chasing stuff later on, or
I feel like
they were superstar at the time. I'm not going 2010s. 2010s is for sure not the answer. I think 2000s.
I'm going 2010s.
Who are you beating?
I'm taking Dirk.
You got to win 2 championships. You have to win. So who's your other one? Because you're not beating Golden State or
no. But this is the question: is you only can take players, right? One player, and you go in the era.
Two.
So you're taking Dirk.
You can take 2. You can take 2.
Yeah, 2.
And I need another player with just one ring, and I'll think
1 or less.
Now.
And then you're gonna beat the Heat. You're gonna beat the Heat, and then you're gonna beat the Warriors.
Let's see, Dirk and
because Dirk and Kawhi would have been nice, but
Dirk
Kawhi
and
has
Jason Terry.
True.
I'll take Dirk and Kyrie.
I hate that team.
I don't like it either.
But based on the rules, who are you gonna take?
He did more with less.
I would take literally Dirk and Joel. But I don't think that team wins.
Wait. I thought they have to have a ring though.
They just have to. They can't have more than one, so they don't have to have a ring.
So they
at
can
all.
have 0.
Yeah,
they can have 0.
Okay.
I thought they had to have a ring. Okay.
No.
So
even if they don't have a ring, I don't trust you at all. Now,
I'm taking Dirk and Giannis. Let's go.
That's nice.
Giannis.
That's nice.
Let's go.
I like where you're there, but no, I don't like Dirk and Giannis. I don't like.
Hey, Dub, what position does Giannis play if he's on?
Because you gotta
center.
Because you're the guy that literally told me that they can't beat a healthy Nets.
He's playing the center.
He has Dirk Nowitzki, Shaq.
I don't like Dirk and Giannis together. They're literally playing the same position.
Are you? How?
So how does Dirk and Giannis?
Dirk don't get in Giannis' way at all. At all.
I don't think Dirk's the same player if he's playing with Giannis.
Why not?
Be the same way Chris Bosh is not the same player if he's playing with LeBron. Dale, you're literally the guy that comes on here and says LeBron has had the ball in his career since he was born. But then I sit here and watch Giannis at the top of the key playmaking.
Do you think Chris Bosh on the Raptors and Dirk alone on the Mavs, do you think they play alike?
I feel like as far as what?
As far as their game, do you think they play alike?
They don't play alike, but I feel like they do similar things.
Like what? Dirk is a shooter, bro. He could just boom. He don't need
Chris
the ball
Bosh,
that much to get a buck.
But
Brook Lopez was getting off with Giannis.
Wait, are you trying to tell me that Dirk didn't need the ball?
Needed the basketball.
Why do you think Dirk didn't need the ball?
He did, but it wasn't. He wasn't holding the basketball like Dirk got to his bucket quick, fast, and efficient.
I feel like every time I think of Dirk, the ball was in his hands, him doing some type of footwork.
Son, what?
Dub, no.
Well, okay.
Trying to tell me they just pass it to Dirk and he just shoots it?
Nah, a lot. He was working the post and everything.
But he didn't hold the basketball. People would say Dirk would clog the offense. No one would say that.
Yeah.
But I could say that he did. He never played with another superstar to say that he didn't. If I'm the focal point on every team that I'm on and I never play with a superstar, of course I'm not going to be looked at like I hold the ball.
This is why I asked
Who ran the offense?
First. Do you think they played the same?
Dirk ran the offense.
So when they won the ring, Jason Kidd wasn't running the offense?
Dirk literally, yo, J Kidd literally passes it to Dirk. And are you serious right now?
Wait, Shaq. So Shaq, you think Jason Kidd had nothing to do with how that offense flowed?
No, he did 1,000. Just like any point guard has any. Yo, you're the same guy that literally just picked Jimmy Butler over Chris Paul.
I said it was 50-50.
I know, but Dale said that Jimmy Butler's a better player than Chris Paul.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
That you're literally saying one
Right
of the
now, I
best
said
point
that
guards
right now,
of
not
all
overall
time.
today. Right now, today,
Even today, okay.
I'm taking
Just to
Jimmy
quiet
Butler
that notion. Even today, Chris Paul's better than Jimmy Butler. But let's get back to Dirk Nowitzki. Do we seriously need to go watch games of how much the ball's in Dirk's hands?
Yes,
people are saying the only times Dirk held the ball was during his post ups. What other time would he hold the ball? So Chris Bosh was holding the ball?
Chris Bosh was a very, very much more because he didn't shoot that as much threes. So Dirk would score. Dirk, you could drive and kick to Dirk. You could pass to Dirk. Chris Bosh was block.
No, that's not true. Chris Bosh didn't shoot mid ranges.
Toronto, are you serious?
On the hash, Chris Bosh shot many mid ranges from that hash on the baseline, right side
on Miami
pull up. No, Miami. In Toronto.
No hash Chris in Toronto.
Are you kidding me right now?
No hash. With Chris Bosh
Chris Bosh got all his points off a bully ball.
Of course not. But when Chris Bosh started making threes in Miami, everybody was like,
I didn't say threes. I didn't say threes.
You can shoot out. You can step out a little. You got a little mid.
I didn't say.
Wow, that's
what I learned about usage rate, because Ron the Don says look up usage rate. I learned that I hate that stat because you guys literally told me. Yeah, like after that revelation of last episode with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, you're not going to tell me that Joel Embiid isn't the dominant black hole in that offense. But Ben does have a higher usage rate because he inbounds the ball like this. Look what he does at the first line. He inbounds the ball and he dribble, and that is, you know, I'm trying to think of the word, but that is included in the usage rate. Legend of Winning literally said more dribbles. I don't even know how you look up that stat, but he said he dribbles the ball more, and that was the part you guys arguing.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Now when you just said that that's why they call him low.
Low hanging fruit.
No, Legend of Winning. I didn't even put that together. That's kind of.
Oh, you didn't know why we called him low?
No,
that's
low. It was a low hanging fruit.
No, that's why low is low. Don't make me call him back on the show to cook you, by the way.
Imagine calling him Legend of Winning every time. It's a mouthful.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Don't say that was a mouthful on the show. Anyways,
can I say my 2010 my superstars, my two superstars?
Yes.
Y'all might give me heat for it, but if we're going by like one ring per decade, I was going to say in the 2010s, Kobe and Giannis.
Wait,
what?
You think that Kobe and Giannis?
How can you pick Kobe?
Because in the 2010s, he only won one ring.
Yeah, see, he's going. So, I don't like that. I think that
you have to win two. You have to win 2 championships or you die. I don't think Giannis and Kobe beats anybody twice. That's where I'm confused here. I just don't.
You don't think that?
I look honestly, because I think speaking, at the latter part,
based on the rules y'all give, we all die.
I think bro. Honestly, in that 2010s, if we get in that 2010,
we
like
all
2013
die,
Kobe, and then get that 2000, what is it? 18
no,
Giannis.
I like that, Benny B. No, I think Harden and Giannis have a better chance than Kobe and Giannis. And I only say because you act like Kobe's not going to age. Or do we forget about?
Okay, I'll give you that.
We all die, bro.
I'll give you that.
Yo, what's the how many years are they playing on this team hypothetically?
How many?
The whole decade.
The whole decade.
Years?
Then I can't.
On.
Oh no, I can't give that. I'll give it to James Harden.
Bro, anyone I feel like could win 2 and 10 if you have 2 superstars for 10 full years.
But look who you're playing against.
No, our judgment is clouded.
You're going against that Miami team. You're going against that Warriors team. There's some down years there, but not really.
Yeah,
I think James Harden and Giannis.
LeBron's there. Too.
The only thing, let's put it this way.
I think Kobe and Giannis might.
Lakers won in 2010, right? So this is how we got to do it. Give me 2 superstars with just 1 ring or less that could beat that Lakers team in 2010.
Beat that Lakers team in 2010?
Yes. This is how we have to do it. The only trip you'll probably get is 2011 versus that Mavericks team. Everything else is watch. Let's see.
The thing is,
What about
if healthy,
2019?
it gets
What about
nasty.
2019? The Toronto Raptors.
Okay, 2019 possibly. Yep.
Who can I get in the 90s?
What do you want me to look from 10 to 19 or?
No, so
And
10
then
is,
Miami lead.
10 is Kobe, 11 Mavs, 12 is Miami, 13 Miami, 14 Spurs, 15 Warriors, 16.
You don't think a team with
Cavs,
Kobe and Giannis could beat the Spurs?
16 is Cavs, 17
16
and 18
Cavs.
is Warriors, 19
Warriors.
is Toronto, 20 is your man.
Lakers. But you don't think that Kobe and Giannis could beat that 2014 Spurs team?
Kobe and Giannis. Okay, put it this way.
I like Kobe and Giannis.
I'm gonna explain it to y'all why they can't, honestly speaking. Because Kobe was 2014, you said, right?
If we're gonna go by the age,
yeah. Kobe's older. If we're going by the age, Kobe's older, and Giannis is, I don't know where he at, but let's say he's
young.
still in prime.
Yeah.
Okay,
you had prime,
that's what we're basing it off.
LeBron James and Wade and Bosh, and they still lost.
Yeah.
Could Kobe and Giannis beat that Miami team?
I think if they're both at like the best in that decade, yes. But if we're going off of what you're saying, then
I feel like that series is such a good series. LeBron and D-Wade versus Kobe and Giannis.
Oh no, LeBron and Wade versus Kobe and Giannis. Kobe and Giannis win.
I think so.
Kobe dominate Wade.
And then LeBron's not going.
What about
Giannis.
Kevin Garnett? Kevin Garnett
and who?
and someone.
Kobe would dominate
Wade? Oh wait, no.
I think Kobe would dominate Wade.
That one.
I think they'll go back and forth. They always had good.
I think in any of their primes, Kobe would dominate Wade.
I'm giving Giannis. I'm cutting Kobe so much slack by saying you would even be able to play with the Giannis, and Giannis would be just as efficient because this isn't the 3-peat years where he took a back seat. I don't think Kobe's just saying Giannis, do all of that, and I'll take over like Middleton does when Middleton does, and that's why Giannis and Middleton work so well because Middleton defers to Giannis.
Wait, Shaq, who is your pick for this?
As far as who am I going to take?
Did you? Yeah. And what decade?
Really like Kobe.
Because you said 90s.
I'm taking. I'm with Ninja Stash. I like that. AI and Shaq in the 90s.
AI and Shaq in the 90s. That's nice. I was gonna go with too. I was gonna go with AI and not AI. I was gonna for the 90s. I was gonna say Tim Duncan and Shaq.
Hold on. How many years in the 90s did Shaq play for?
He was drafted in 93.
He was drafted in 90. He was drafted in 90.
Shaq was drafted 1992 or 93.
So you got.
I think it was
right.
Someone said
he was drafted in 93.
So you got 7 years. 7 years to.
And in 1996, he was already named a top 50 NBA player.
That's wild.
Shaq was drafted in 90.
I thought it was 92.
I think 92 at the latest.
Kraut Killer says 93.
Oh, okay. That's low. Where was Shaq drafted?
See, I don't like that they could have
92.
only one ring in that era. I like the.
When is it, Shaq?
It's 92.
Right.
Okay, they're saying 92.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong?
It's cool. It's cool.
I like.
I mean, we didn't know definitively.
I like that the player.
I was about to research it, but I thought it was 92 because watching the Olympics, he was like they picked Christian Laettner to be on the.
And he was at
team.
LSU in 90. He was, and I was born in 90, and that's the reason I was named after Shaq, just based off of the potential, I guess. That's what I always question when my dad named me Shaq. I'm like, what if Shaq would have been trash? He wasn't even in the league yet.
He was just a beast.
But he was right, so.
Like, Dad, why didn't you name me Kobe?
That's nasty.
Kobe was like 10, 11.
I love Kobe as a name, though. That's such a fire name to me.
What if he named you?
You'd be naming for a dog, though.
What if he named you Christian?
No.
Why would he?
Christian Laettner?
Yeah.
Christian Laettner, yeah.
Yo, back to your point. Now that we're on names, I feel like Kobe's a great, just regular name. A dog name, I feel like
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like when I think of what's the most top 3 basic names you've ever heard?
For animals
For dogs
or just, like,
just in
people?
life?
Just in general.
Okay, basic. Larry. Larry.
Yo, the fact that there's so many more basic names, but Larry is like a really good one.
We'll have to go with Larry.
Like
Matthew.
just basic. There's a few names. No, Matthew's not one. I hate the name Joe. I hate Joe as a name.
Joe for sure. Larry and
like
Joe is top
Larry and Joe are top 2.
I feel like Bob is like the number 1.
Which one?
Wait, Joe or John?
Bob?
Joe or John? Bob's
John.
a really good one.
Bob, like, that's like anytime you're saying
Larry,
a story
Joe, John,
and like you
Bob,
make
or
up a
Robert.
name, you always say Bob, I feel like.
John,
Bob or
I don't feel
Joe?
like John's a basic name.
John's basic, bro. Larry, Joe, John, and Bob is basic as hell.
Pretty basic.
I feel like the chat's naming off names, and I don't think they say
I see
Ryan. I don't feel like
keep
that's
saying
basic.
names. I see a
Light
theme
out.
here.
Ryan is not
John.
I
basic.
see a
With
theme
J's.
going here.
Jordan's not a basic name.
Yeah, it's
No,
not.
I'm
Jordan's
not talking
not
about. I'm
basic
not
at
talking
all.
about J's. You could probably put 2 and 2 together here.
All right, before I do this, Ryan, John, Peter. That's
Peter.
Peter is a really basic
Peter's
name.
good.
That's
That
when
whole rem, that Peter P. That
yeah,
whole rem.
Dave.
Dave is
Dave is bad. Yeah, Dave is bad. Michael, Sam,
wow.
Josh.
What about Dan? Do we say Dan?
Dan.
Dan is up there.
Dan
too.
that's the name of my agent. Dan is a really suspect basic name.
Ron.
It is
Ronald.
in the
Ronald.
No, Ronald is not basic.
Ron,
Ronald is not basic at all.
Ron, maybe.
Mark's not that bad.
Ron.
Dylan.
Carl.
Carl is a bad name.
Yes,
Carl
Carl.
is a bad name.
Especially no, Carl spelled with a C is a bad name.
Oh, what's his name is bad too? Tim.
You don't like Tim?
No, Tim is very, very bad.
I'm indifferent about Tim. I hate Jorge.
Why would someone say that?
Lighthouse said that.
Oh, like George? George is bad too.
Did you say George or
Georgie.
yeah? We don't have
George
any,
being bad in both languages is nasty.
Exactly.
George and Jorge, that is elite.
Look at
Wow.
all these names, bro.
Yo, this
Jim.
is Jim. Oh
Jim.
man.
Ben is kind of a nasty name.
Tom.
Okay. All right. Next
We need to
topic.
get the females.
Oh yeah, we didn't.
And
Let's get into the females.
Let's get
man.
into some females.
Jessica, I've always hated that name.
Jessica's a
Jessica
great
is
one.
up
That's
there.
a great one.
wow.
Jessica.
I don't
and
think
Jess.
that's top
And
3
Jess.
though. Jess
And
is
Jess.
such a nasty name.
Barbara.
Barb.
What's that thing they be saying online? Karen?
Barb is always
Karen?
blonde. I've never met a
Karen.
brunette
Karen
Barb.
For sure. Karen for sure.
Karen.
Karen.
Let's see what
Yeah.
else.
Dana.
Dana. Oh my God.
There's just so many. Karen. Kate.
Not
No,
for
Kate
nothing.
is up
What's-
there.
Oh yeah.
What's her name is up there? Melissa is up there.
Messed
Melissa,
up,
no.
It's the truth.
Melissa's not top 3. Kate for sure is top 3.
Yeah.
Kate.
Abigail.
Courtney.
I've never liked an Abigail.
No, not Abigail. You have to say Abby.
Abby.
Yeah, but Abigail makes it more tilting.
Yo,
so.
females got some nasty nicknames from their main
Megan.
names. Megs.
Stallion.
Megs. Okay,
Megan.
Shaq, I'm gonna start
Megs.
reading these names. Give me the nicknames.
Gertrude is such a nasty
Oh
name.
yeah,
What do you
say a
call- what do
name.
you-
We'll give you the
Yeah,
name.
what do you call Gertrude, Shaq?
That is if you nickname Gertrude, you are out of this world.
Gert-
That's already a nickname from Gertrude Zilla, because that is a crazy name. Gertrude is the nick. Gertie Gertie is nasty.
Girdle, bro.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Martha.
Oh my god, I'm dying.
I love the name Elizabeth. Lizzie. I
Liz
love the
is
name
tough.
Elizabeth.
Okay. All right, moving on. Muriel. Bro, I can't stop reading.
That is
Trudy, Margaret.
Trudy is
Ariel.
yo. Females got
Trudy.
some nasty names, and it's so
Judith.
many of them.
Muriel.
Judy,
Okay.
Margaret is nasty.
Top threes. We're gonna discuss top threes. Is this? Oh yeah, this is top threes this year. I'm gonna just go down different categories. I want you guys to give me top 3 players in those categories, starting with on-ball defenders. Del, I already know who you have for number 1. So
You want number 2? I'll go Avery Bradley. Number 3, I'll go.
Pat Bev.
chat's still going.
Never.
He's bad on ball, huh?
Honestly, I want to go to rookie from the Kings. I think he plays great on ball defense. Davion Mitchell. I'll go him. So Drew Holiday, Avery Bradley, and Davion Mitchell.
I feel like it's Drew, Marcus Smart.
I like Smart as well too. I should have went Smart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Drew, Marcus Smart, and I'm going Ben at the 3. And
Right.
I'm probably going Drew, Ben, Marcus.
Go ahead, Dub.
Dale, have you
They'll
seen
stop
all
looking like that. Ben's on ball defense is insane.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Honestly, I agree with you. I really do agree with you. My only thing is if we're including Kawhi or not. Are we including Kawhi? Because he's.
There's
Well,
no
I
way I'm
don't-
putting Kawhi on this list.
I don't think of Kawhi as defense and on ball just because what I've been watching Luka do.
Dale's already debunked that.
Just because of what you see
Luka be
one
doing
person do.
what I be saying Luka do to him, and then it's not that they guard him. I think they be scared to.
Well, I mean,
It's
that's like
they really.
that's like you. That's like you. Like when you keep knocking Giannis for guarding KD. Like, bro, I mean, these are great players. It's hard to stop.
But he don't guard KD. And
There's somebody in the chat's challenging you. They said Garb the Fist has said if they're just playing defense, Kawhi is easily one.
Well, no, listen. What are we? Okay, why we're just potential speaking. If we're potentially speaking, I probably still won't have Kawhi one. Then I'm just.
I don't either.
Yeah. So
If we're just talking about
Garb?
defenders, okay, let's go point guards, shooting guards, and small forwards, and it's really only shooting guards and small forwards.
Oh wait, that's how we're gonna do it.
No, I'm just saying because I don't want to include. Okay, let's just don't
right.
include
Let's do it that
bigs.
Way. I'll pick over point guards. I'll go Drew. Shooting guards, I'm going Klay Thompson. Klay locks up to me, and small forward. Then I'll go Kawhi.
Oh my god! I mean, if we're going shoot, wait, what?
Hey, yo, wait.
Okay.
Yeah, wait.
You said
What are
small
you
forward,
worrying
right? You
about?
said
Wait,
point
what are
guard,
you
small
worrying
forward.
about, Shaq?
I'm trying to figure. I don't think Kawhi is that good of a
Who would you pick for small forward?
on
As
ball
a
defender.
3, who would you pick though?
I feel like Kawhi, but I'm just trying to figure out. And this is not me going on a tangent. This is me literally wanting information from you guys.
He's literally gonna do this for about 5 minutes, and then he's gonna pick Kawhi as his small forward, just to let you know.
Okay.
I don't see anybody else.
Right.
Okay,
That's my point.
I hate that we're even doing it like position based because we're always nasty on the show with that. But then it gets me to the point of how is Kawhi just this defender?
Wait, how is he not? He's always been.
But we're picking him now because we changed the narrative. He wasn't on my 3.
Yeah, he wasn't at your. He wasn't on your Shaq.
Yeah, he wasn't me or your Shaq.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to look.
Like, I'm basing it off. I'm trying to base it off. If you guys are including the injury and everything, okay, I can understand that. I will put Ben Simmons in that category if I'm including the injury. But if I'm not, I'm taking Ben Simmons out and I'm putting Kawhi Leonard in that 3. I'm putting Drew Holiday, Marcus Smart, and Kawhi Leonard. Dale, my question to you: you've seen Avery Bradley and like Davion Mitchell, like you've played with them or something?
Oh, I've seen Avery. Wait,
Avery Bradley's on-ball defense.
No,
is
I mean like
ridiculous.
no, I mean like you've actually like played and like been in the gym. That's what I'm
Listen,
watched
Avery Bradley
clamp with my physical eyes, and I watch him in the NBA.
Me too.
Like, yo, that
He
is
does
insane
clamp
what
up.
he's doing.
No, he
That is
clamps up
insane.
crazy.
He's been doing that since high school too.
Yeah, he's probably
yeah.
sitting down right now.
Yeah, no,
How about that, Bill Mitchell?
1,000%.
You seen
Avery
him
Bradley
live?
and Drew.
I've seen him this summer league, and he has the greatest defensive nickname I've ever heard in my life. I can't remember it now, but I'll tell you it. I gotta Google it. Look,
I love Avery Bradley and Drew Holiday 1 and 2. And then I love Ben there. I love all three of them. Just like that.
Who? Okay,
There's
but
nobody I'm putting over those three.
All small forwards, Shaq. Who would be your number one defender in that position?
Okay.
I would I mean, you guys are saying Kawhi.
Well, what are you saying?
Mitchell's
I don't feel like
it's off night.
It's off night because whoever he going and gonna have an off night.
It's in
That's tough.
I saw the nickname first, then I watched like highlights and him one summer league game, and I'm like, it's no way this dude like sits down like this. Can't wait to say out the clip.
Jack.
Yeah.
Will you just give me a name for who you have best defender?
No, because
three? Why?
No, I need to do more research and come back to you because I'm not going with Kawhi just because he's the popular answer. I'm not doing that. You're not about to tell me out of every single player that Kawhi on ball is the best defender at the 3 position in the NBA, but Dale can name off night. I'm not going. I'm
really surprised he named a rookie and a dude that hasn't played.
Exactly. That's why I'm not going for that.
Bro,
there's literally guys that are in the NBA.
There's
literally guys that are in the NBA right now that are here only because of their defense and the way that they play defense because they don't have to play offense. So you're not telling me Kawhi over 150. Because I'm like, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to be misinformed.
That's why I asked you. You literally seen these people because that was the only way that I could understand.
What you mean these people? You consider Drew Holiday and Avery Bradley?
No, Drew Holiday's fine. Drew Holiday is up there for me. Avery Bradley's a great defender, but at the end of the day, we haven't seen him ball in about a year or two. Bro, so we need to consider
Avery Bradley could not play basketball for 5 years and probably still lock people up.
Exactly.
And you're probably right about that, but let's see this first.
There we go. Will Pitter says Jonathan Isaac is the best defensive wing. And I'm pretty sure there's many guys like that are over Kawhi. But
I like Jonathan Isaac play defense. I like him. That's the kid from Orlando that's not vaccinated.
He's not vaccinated.
I don't know.
Dub said he's not vaccinated.
Whoa, I'm about to go tweet about it. Top 3 scorers in the league this year, Dub.
Top 3 scores.
And this is just
so
scoring.
we're not including points per game for this one.
No, that's also
Wait,
what? That's why I wanted to clarify that.
No, we're including assists, Dub.
Right. What do you mean not including?
No, I see what you're saying.
No, because
the
in my opinion, there's the 3 best scorers is on the same team. And that's on the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh, okay. He's naming. He wants to know who he thinks going to finish first,
top 3 scores, and then it says who will finish top 3 in scoring. So it's 2 different questions. It's scores.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go scores.
So yeah, to me, they're all on the same team. So
Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah.
All right, Jack.
I don't hate that answer. I don't. I mean, no. Because I don't hate it. I mean, I don't. If we're gonna include James, he's more of a playmaker. But I mean, he can score crazy. And that's the difference from points per game. So that's why I'm not throwing Bradley Beal in there.
So are you going with the Nets too?
And Lou Dort from Arizona State is probably a better defender than Kawhi Leonard.
He plays defense as well. He's on OKC, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays defense as well.
He does. He definitely does.
I'm going KD, James, and Steph.
No, I forgot about Steph.
Stop.
Dub, do you want to switch? I'll switch with you.
No. I was thinking about Steph, but I just said
Dub. I just extended the olive branch that we both forgot about Steph, and we both got
I didn't forget about Steph. I thought about Steph. I really did, but I was like, you know what?
Dub, you don't understand what's going on here. I'm telling you that right now together we can put Steph in our top 3 for scores. Together, we both heard what Dell just said.
I'm not switching it. I thought about him before. Trust me, I really did. I was really debating between Kyrie and Steph.
Yeah.
Top.
I really
I don't
was.
hate it.
Top 3 playmakers, Dell.
Wait, I thought, when are we doing points per game?
It's coming up.
Okay, top 3 playmakers. This is gonna get nasty. James Harden. Luka and Trey.
Wow. I didn't have any of them.
What? Go ahead, Shaq. You don't have James
I mean,
Harden?
Nah, I didn't. I think I would. Didn't. But I mean, I like that though. Playmakers.
I think James Harden might be the
'Cause
best
when I
playmaker
think-
in the NBA.
When I think of playmakers, it's different from saying who will finish top 3 in assists. So I got to
That's
put
a fact.
LeBron.
That is 100% a fact.
I got to put LeBron number 1. I'm going to put Jokic number 2, and I'm torn on 3.
Who are you torn
But
on?
it can be Harden. I'm
You
not.
about to
I'm
say
not.
CP3?
It could be Harden or Luka that I would put 3,
Oh, Luka.
or CP3.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good 5 for me. LeBron, Jokic, Luka, James Harden, CP3. As far as the best playmakers.
Who you got?
My
Dub?
man Dede said Ben Simmons played 1 good year of defense.
That's what was it the last year?
Probably.
'Cause that's if he says it's the last year, that's completely inaccurate, and he should go watch some film.
All right, go ahead. Who's your last pick?
He already picked. Dub.
I picked my top 5.
I got
You
James.
picked 5.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
I
You didn't want to
got
leave nobody out. You didn't want to be nasty.
That is nasty as far as playmaking goes, because it's like they all play making different ways. That's why
So who was
CP3
3?
has to be
Who
on
was
it.
3?
It was Luka, CP3, James Harden, Jokic, LeBron.
You're such a casual.
And we can probably throw Giannis up in there.
Yeah,
Top
if you
10
want to continue,
playmaker.
go ahead, though.
I'll pick.
Was that a casual take?
Wait, hold on. If
Yeah.
you're putting Giannis in there, so remember when we had the KD, is he a playmaker thing? So is he a playmaker then?
Giannis is 1,000% leaps and bounds more of a playmaker than Kevin Durant.
Go
And I
ahead.
can't even believe that we just
Go
had
ahead,
to
Dub.
even say that.
Go ahead, Dub.
I got LeBron. I got James Harden, and then I'm stuck between Luka and CP3, but I'm gonna give the slight edge to CP3.
All right,
You
Dell.
want to know one of my sleepers?
Who?
Nah, never mind. I ain't gonna go there. I ain't
Why?
gonna go there.
Do it.
I say Lonzo is a sleeper for me for this year.
Not bad.
That's a good pick. I'm just y'all really have LeBron 1 is nasty to me, but that's so.
Oh, I
weird.
didn't say the
As
I didn't
far-
say
as
the
far-
order. I didn't say the order. I just named them.
Oh, okay. Still, for him to be.
Yeah,
up there,
I would probably put Jokic over. I honestly probably put Jokic number 1 as far as what I've seen from him and how he constantly has the ball in his hand and he's just passing.
Why you pick LeBron and
magnificently.
not Russ if they're on the same team? Just ask.
No, because Russ is. Wait, what do you mean? I don't feel like Russ is. I feel like Russ is like an assist guy. Like he's gonna find the guys. But as far as like playmaking to win a game, I'm picking those guys.
Okay, got you.
I feel like they do that. Okay. I mean, with Russ, I'm like,
that
Russ, you're
makes
gonna
sense.
go out there and pat and
To
stat
control the
pad.
game,
You're gonna do
basically,
that.
right? Yeah.
To control the game. Okay, got you. What's the next question?
Who's gonna finish top 3 in scoring this year?
Oh my God, who did I say?
I think.
You want me to
top
go,
3.
JD?
What is the question?
Go ahead,
My
Dub.
man Dede making some valid points, by the way.
I got what's his name? Bradley Beal. He's gonna put up numbers. Giannis.
For points per game, this is points per game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then the last one, oh my God, I had one on the top of my head. I can't remember who it was, though. I don't want to say Curry because Clay's going to come back, and the team they got right now is really good. I actually like their team. So I don't want to say Dame
He's
because
spitting, Dale. Let him live. He's spitting.
Right.
oh my God, who's the last one? I said
Get him
Bradley
his
Beal.
bid.
I said Bradley Beal, Giannis, and what the frick? Who's the
Chad
last
said
one?
Jason Tatum.
Hell no, not Jason Tatum.
The fact that that's
Oh, Joel Embiid. That's who it was. Joel Embiid. If Ben
Yeah.
Simmons is not playing up, I think Joel Embiid is going to put up close to 30, like 29 or 30 at least.
I think Giannis has an unbelievable monster year. I think Giannis probably will finish first, and then I'm not mad at Bill and Lillard or Embiid. But I do think Giannis finishes number one this year, only because Giannis is the type of guy where he always has something to prove. And now that he won the championship, he's like, I'm going to improve my three and average more points.
I got Steph one. Second, lead the league in scoring. I'm not going Bradley Beal. Somebody gonna come out just getting mega buckets.
I mean, Bill averaged 31 with Russ,
Steph.
so I just feel like.
Yeah, I got Steph.
Do you think Bill's points per game go down because Russ is not there?
His points go down, but probably not significant.
He put up 30 2 years ago without Russ.
Yeah, but weren't they
I want to say Dame,
higher
but I don't
Russ?
think Dame. I got
slightly.
Steph.
So they go down.
Yeah.
I see your point, Dub, and Jordan had a magnificent take right there.
He did. He definitely did.
John Morant's better
I
than
got
Trae Young.
Steph,
Go
Dame,
ahead,
and
Yeah, exactly.
Steph, Dame. I think Dame gonna average 30 clip and better.
Throw Giannis in there.
I'm thinking it's either Giannis or Bill.
Bills go down a point. Giannis goes up a point.
Oh, no. I'll put my boy up there just for Shaq's sake. I got Jason Tatum. Steph, Dame, and Tatum. Top three scores.
So Jason Tatum goes from 26 points a game to potentially 32 points a game in one season. Is that what's going to happen?
You said top three scores, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he can go from 26 to 29. You don't think so?
Okay. You just said he has a really good team, so I'm just trying to figure out how he's going to finish higher than the Bulls and average all those points. I don't think he averages. I think he stays exactly where he's at.
Who will finish top three in assists this year?
This is a good joint.
Oh my God.
Curry, Beal, and Dame.
For sure, Jokic.
No, that's not my answer for assists. That's what I'm reading from my chat.
I think Jokic, Trae Young, Luka.
No Russ, huh?
I mean, how are Russ and LeBron both about to average 10 assists a game on the same team?
Yeah. I'm definitely going to agree with Luka.
I think Russ' assist goes up as Bron goes down.
I think he's going to average more than 10.
I think Russ could average 11 assists.
And
LeBron could average 6-5. Yeah. I think Bron is really going to take a back seat until the playoffs.
I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad, to be honest.
I don't hate that take.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate that take. I just Russ, man. I don't know.
Who's your top three?
I feel like LeBron's going to be highly upset.
For dimes, I'm gonna go Trae Young first. Oh no, James Harden first. I'm totally sorry. I'm beyond James first.
Wait, James Harden is about to lead the league in assists this year?
Yes, James. James Harden, Trae Young.
Yo, Deb, you letting him get that off?
I'm not gonna lie. I completely forgot about James Harden. I agree with that. I definitely do agree with that. Remember when KD and Kyrie was on the floor? That boy was dropping 20 and 20.
And Luka third.
Mm-hmm. I got
James is getting his dimes off, Shaq.
I got James and Luka, no doubt.
Based off everything we know,
I don't care. I don't care.
What do you mean everything we know? What do we know?
For the last
know
one,
a lot.
I'm gonna say James, Luka, and Lonzo.
Based off of everything we know, I know James wants to lead the league in assists, but it's really not up to him.
Yo, he was dropping 20 and 20 with Kyrie and KD.
But did he lead the
My
league in
man said
assists this
Trey,
season?
Draymond, and Harden.
Draymond Green.
Ooh,
I don't know about
That's-
that.
if Clay
That's
was
not
there
that
at the
bad.
beginning
That's
of
not
the
that
season,
bad.
if he was there at the beginning of the season, it wouldn't be bad.
I don't
It's
even
not that
think
bad.
in Draymond's
I'm not mad at that.
best time in 2016. How much did he average in 2016? Like
I think he
8,
just averaged 8 this year, right? Or 7.
8 or 9.
7 or 8.
So that's
Maybe
not
not.
bad.
Wow.
That's not bad.
I did not know that. Without Clay.
We'll see.
All right. Start bench cut.
It
Random.
was 8.9.
My favorite. He averaged 8.9.
8.9. Yeah, it was his highest assist total this year.
C-Dub.
But that's all he was doing.
That is all he was doing too.
That's all he was doing. He wasn't focused
Dub
on
looks
scoring.
right now like the ball don't stop me.
Like the ball don't stop.
The dude from Instagram. You ever saw his page?
No, he looks like Dub.
Yo, that's funny as hell. Oh my god, I can't wait to send it in the chat.
Someone
Dub
said
don't
Dub,
stop.
Dub don't stop.
Y'all are nasty.
Start bench cut random duos. We got LeBron and KD, Steph and Shaq,
Where
MJ
is he
and
at?
Kobe.
I'm gonna go last while I'm sending Dub in our chat.
Shaq, you want to go? You want me to go?
Yeah, this is really
JD,
tough.
you can
though.
watch it.
You can go Dub.
I think I'll probably start MJ and Kobe. I'll bench LeBron and KD, and then I'll cut Steph and Shaq.
It's tough. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start.
I gotta see this now.
I'm gonna start
It can't
Steph
be
and
that
Shaq.
funny.
I'm gonna bench LeBron and KD, and I'm gonna cut MJ and Kobe.
Something what?
I know it's nasty.
Me and Dub has the same one. I'm starting Mike and Kobe.
I'm never starting Mike and Kobe for whatever reason.
I'm never wearing a
What is the
rack
reason
again.
exactly? You have no reason.
I
If you guys
do.
did the-
I do. MJ and Kobe is not working better than LeBron and KD and Steph and Shaq. That's just off rip.
Okay, I can see an angle on, but right, this is why I was about to say I don't like the team concept. Why is it MJ and Kobe? It should be like MJ
but MJ and Kobe could potentially win though. Especially if we give Kawhi
I'm
and
still
Paul George
starting
so
MJ
much
and
credit.
Kobe, benching LeBron and KD and cutting Shaq and Steph.
Yeah, MJ and Kobe is not working better than these other two well-oiled machines, especially Steph and Shaq.
How aren't they gonna work?
Yo.
I'm almost skeptical about LeBron and KD, but that could work easily.
No, that's easy, and you know why it could work easily. Don't do that.
No, yeah, that's why I'm like, but I'm like, if somebody gets in their bag, then they should 5-peat. But if somebody draws,
5 feet is nasty.
Yo, someone put start bench cut Henny Dub versus Dub don't stop.
Let me see.
Yo, Henny Dub versus J0 versus Durag Dub.
Yo, they said Kobe and MJ's nasty. Cut them. Dude's gonna be arguing about who got the better move.
What? I mean, it's going.
That's the only time I'm agreeing with Shaq.
He knows MJ and Kobe nasty. That is a nasty duo right there.
What is nasty about that? You got two great two-way players.
Similarity of a lot. That's why. But they're just so dominant and was so good at what they did. It's hard for you to say you could cut that.
It'd be so fun to watch, though. MJ can run point easily.
MJ could. MJ most definitely could.
And
they both
he baited you into saying that nastiness.
No, he could. He did run point with Doug Collins.
I know he did, but I would put Kobe at point before I put MJ.
Scotty at the 3, Dennis at the 4.
You said why?
Yeah.
I feel he was a better ball handler.
Okay.
That's the only reason why.
Okay.
MJ is nasty though. I watched The Last Dance again. Impeccable.
All right.
That was a Hollywood show.
Another start bench cut. Which Lakers moments would have been most impactful to the league? Start bench cutting these. CP3 to the Lakers. Kobe and Shaq never breaking up. LeBron versus Kobe in the finals.
Most impactful, if we had to start bench cut this. Kobe and Shaq never breaking up. I'm starting. CP3, I'm benching, and I'm cutting LeBron versus Kobe in the finals. Only because I don't know. I feel like CP3
to the Lakers is out of here for me.
What?
I feel like they would have won.
I am starting Braun versus Kobe in the finals. What?
But hold up, though. If CP3 goes to the Lakers, they potentially win 3 more, and now Kobe has 6 rings, and now he's over LeBron. That's why I say that. That's why I'm saying impactful goes to the league.
Listen, CP3 is the most important one, and it's not close, because if CP3 went to the Lakers, Kobe would have never got hurt. Kobe would have been trying to fight so hard to make his team to the playoffs and everything. Kobe would have never got hurt.
The CP trade was in 2012. Kobe got hurt in 2016 or 17.
No, he got hurt in 2013 because it was the
when
year
when did Kobe get hurt?
The year that Steve Nash and
Achilles?
Dwight Howard got there. That's when he got hurt because the team was struggling. He was trying hard as hell for them to be in the playoffs.
It was. I thought it was mad late.
No.
Wait, CP3 going to LA was not. What year was that, Dale? Did you say
2012 or 13?
Yeah. Instead of getting
it wasn't
CP3,
that recent. Was it that recent?
Yes.
4 years before he retired.
After they won there too. It was after they won there too.
Are we?
If CP3 would have went to the Lakers,
I thought
Kobe
it was
would have never got hurt.
Okay.
Kobe would have never got hurt.
Yo, but
wait, Kobe won his final one in what year?
I'm still cutting CP.
Yeah, cutting CP3 because in Dub you say if he would have gone there, Kobe could have won more rings. But what about Shaq never leaving?
Right.
I'm not worried about that, honestly. I think that's second for me. To me, it's like if CP3 and Kobe would have been together, they could have three-peated.
Same with Shaq. If Shaq never left.
I mean, they already three-peated, but they already three-peated. So you got CP3 and Kobe, where Kobe's not going to get hurt. They're going to be playing longer together, which means I'm pretty sure they'll win at least two rings together. At
Kobe
least.
drew only for the.
They're beating that Spurs team to you.
They're beating Miami. They're beating the Spurs.
Yo.
They're beating the Mavs.
There's no way, and I'm nasty for this too, for not picking it. There's no way. I'm still cutting LeBron versus Kobe, but there's no way that CP3 to the Lakers is over Kobe and Shaq never breaking up.
No,
that can't happen.
The only reason
I can't believe y'all cutting Braun and Kobe in the finals, though.
I'm talking about impact on the league because I feel like LeBron and Kobe in the.
CP3 going there impacts the league way more.
Well, you think way more because they negated it. But y'all imagine what was leading up to them Kobe versus Braun final, the Nike commercials, the everything. Are y'all crazy?
The only reason I would have wanted that. Listen, the only reason I would have wanted that so that people could just stop saying that LeBron is undoubtedly better than Kobe. That's the only reason why I would ever want that.
And we never have a chance to say that till this day.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I would have wanted that to happen.
So if Kobe wins 6 rings, is he better than MJ?
No.
If he wins 7?
No.
Nah, we're not doing that.
You're doing it. You just say you don't do the stacks thing. And now you want to start a stacks conversation.
We're not doing that. We're not doing it. Because you guys literally say that's the reason he's better than LeBron because of 6 rings. That's MJ's number 1 stat that you guys bring up with the reason 6 rings, 6. You guys do that literally for everything. The man didn't lose in the finals.
Chris Paul credit for something he never done, which is win. Like, stop doing that. Chris is so out of here on my list.
Why though? CP3 and Kobe would be disgusting, bro.
I'm kind of leaning.
And then Kobe would have never got hurt. Like, that's what you're not understanding. Like, Kobe would have never got hurt.
Dub, I think I'm hopping off of this train. I'm taking my knapsack, throwing it over my shoulder, and I'm about to cut CP3 to the Lakers.
Right. Like,
I'll be the only one.
That's nothing. You see how quick they forgot about that?
That is what it is.
Only
it wasn't quick. People still bring
that
up a lot.
Only CP. He's the only one that
brings
it up.
circles.
Like LeBron said, your man LeBron, my biggest regret is not playing Kobe, not holding up my bargain and making it to the finals against Kobe. That would have been so monumental, bro. It could have been like Magic and Mike was in the finals. Like that joint was OD at the time, bro. Everybody wanted that.
This may be, I ain't gonna lie, this may be personal preference. It is my personal preference. It is what it is. I'm gonna stick with it.
Nah, it's nasty.
It's nasty. It is what it is. I did not want to see Kobe tear his Achilles, and if CP3 went to that,
oh no, for sure, I didn't want to see that either. But
yeah, if Kobe would have went there,
that's your go-to
but you
point.
Blame,
that's the
you
reason.
Blame that. I blame Nash for not being in shape. How about it?
You blame Nash?
Yeah.
Hey, and CP3 would have been in shape.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, prediction time. First, second, third team, all NBA roster, 3 forwards,
Fire.
2 guards.
For this season coming up, I probably should have wrote this down, but I can go off the cusp. KD. KD, Steph, Luka are on there for sure.
That's nice.
Giannis, Jokic.
That's
too many forwards. That's too many forwards. So
right, this is
I have to
choose. I don't know how they pick the teams.
It's 2 guards, 3 forwards. And they include small forwards in the forwards. So KD has to make it. Giannis has to make it.
Mm-hmm.
Jokic probably has to make it. But then
can you guys tell me, JD? Can you tell me who was first team on NBA this year?
I got you.
And I'm gonna go Luka, Steph, Jokic, KD, Giannis.
LeBron, James Harden, Anthony Davis, Giannis, Luka.
That is not first team this year.
Hold on.
This may be the hardest question.
Give me a second. It was just a
second
Google.
team
I didn't
is
even
real
click a
easy
link.
for me. Second team is easy for me, but first team it has to be KD, Jokic, Giannis, Steph, Luka.
Yo, I think.
Second team.
No, that was
Bron.
it.
No.
First, all NBA first team. Luka,
2021?
20. Oh, sorry. That was 1920. Woo!
I was like, James making it is.
And Anthony Davis played like 4 games.
Sorry.
So, but second team, I'm going to go LeBron, AD, James.
LeBron does not make an All-NBA team.
Oh, that's
LeBron's making
bold.
second team.
That's bold.
Just like I'm tempted to put. Okay.
I know you're gonna put Zach LaVine on the third team, Shaq.
I'm split between Tatum and Zach LaVine because Tatum didn't make it last year, so he's 1,000,000% making the team this year. I know he didn't make it last year, so he's 1,000% making the team this year.
Okay, so first team was
Dame
Giannis.
is second team.
It was
Giannis,
Steph, Luka, Jokic, Kawhi.
Will Peter in Charter Kid, I'm with you on Dame. I think Dame, James Harden, get Jimmy out of here. AD, Joel. Get Kristaps out of here for third team. We're not sleeping on Paul George. Because Jason Tatum's a forward. Jason Tatum's making third team for sure. And I think Zach LaVine makes third team as a guard. And I think Donovan Mitchell makes third team because he didn't. I don't think he made any NBA team last year.
Mine.
Jimmy's out of here.
Going to be the first team guard.
All right.
So I got Steph, Luka, KD, Giannis, and Joker. No, and Embiid.
We agree on that
go
one.
Embiid. And Embiid.
Okay. Okay. So either way, we can agree on that. And then Jokic is second team. I'm not mad at that.
Second team, I got Dame, James.
Forwards now.
Dame, James, Joker.
AD,
facts.
And I'm not mad at Tatum potentially being on that team. on that second team because he's interchange. What forward are we choosing over Tatum?
I could go. I think what's name gonna cook up, but I'm gonna go Tatum over Paul George.
Okay. I think Paul's third team.
Yeah, and then third team I got for guards. Who am I missing out on? I got D. Mitch.
You got to put Damian Lillard in there.
I got him on second.
So you got Damian Lillard, James Harden.
Yep.
Okay. So then third team.
The third team I got.
It would have to be Paul George, Trae Young.
Trae Young, facts, fire. Trae Young, D. Mitch, Paul George.
Yeah, because Paul George is going to be at the 3, or are they going to put him at the 2?
Oh, right.
I don't know if they put him as a guard or a forward.
Right.
Y'all can leave him as a forward.
Tough.
Ja Morant.
But they might not.
No. I'm going to throw Cat in there.
Third team, okay. Not mad at that at all.
Cat waking up, especially since he want to leave. And another forward.
You know they're going to – Julius Randle. I'll go with the Knickerbocker.
Whoa. Whoa.
I'll go with the Knicker. I don't say the N-word, so.
You nor Kyrie, but I agree with you on about all of that. Yeah, that Kyrie is nasty, but I agree. I agree with you. Wait, but then it's like, so no to Devin Booker.
What is Zach?
I thought of Devin Booker.
I
feel like Donovan Mitchell, the Suns gonna have a better record and then go with him. But I'll take Book over D Mitch.
No.
I was picking it based on how they select NBA teams.
No.
If my preference, I'll put D Book on the second team.
No Bam Adebayo.
No.
Even close.
Bam
He could
might wake up.
He could make it.
Yeah, Bam might wake up 13.
Last
I
year
don't
he was
expect
cooking.
anything less from you.
You didn't say Julius Randle, did you, Del?
I did.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that was the guard that we gave the nod to, the final one.
Yeah.
Julius Randle as a guard?
No, the forward.
Jordan's being nasty.
Go ahead, Dub.
I do not want to go. I'll take Luka and Steph, definitely 1 and 2. KD, Giannis, and Embiid. I'll put Damian Lillard on second. James Harden on second. I'll put LeBron on second. I'll put Jokic on second. And then who else could be the forward? Kawhi's not coming back soon, right? So he won't be up there.
I mean, he made first team All-NBA this year, right? Last year.
Who, Kawhi?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he wasn't hurt for the majority of the season.
He played 52 games.
He did? I'll put Kawhi up there then. I'll put Kawhi in second team then.
You think Kawhi's going to play? No, because you got to at least play like 75% of at least 80% of the season.
You said he played 52 games, right?
It was
only
season.
like 7. Yeah.
Kawhi is not up there, bro.
Nah, never mind then. No, because if he played for a good portion of the season, I would definitely put him up there. But I'll take him back.
He wouldn't have been
out.
up there last year if Kevin Durant was healthy.
Who do I got? I'm missing one more. I got Jokic. For my second, I got Dame, James Harden, LeBron, Jokic. I'll put Anthony Davis there as well. And for my third team, I'll put Bradley Beal.
The thing is, Kyrie's making a team. That's where this starts to get nuts because he made third team last year. So he's making a team.
I'll put Kyrie up there.
I got Ja Morant making third team.
I'll put Kyrie up there. I'll put Kyrie
So
up
then
there.
what team do you have Trae Young making?
None.
Second team?
Who, me?
So Trae Young doesn't make third team, but Ja Morant does.
Yeah.
Back to this. Okay.
Oh, you know what? No, because Kyrie was balling with James Harden. I'll leave Kyrie up there. I'll put Kyrie up there. Who else? I said Bradley Beal. I'm gonna say Zion Williamson. And I'm definitely going to put Bam Adebayo, and I'm going to put Jimmy Butler.
That do-rag's too tight.
Yeah, I knew y'all wasn't going like the last two. It's cool, though. So, yeah, my third team is
Jimmy doesn't make it this year if the league's healthy.
Kyrie,
he'll be
Bradley
All-NBA
Beal.
fifth team.
Jimmy going to make it. Jimmy Butler, Zion Williamson, and Bam Adebayo. I think Zion's definitely going to go off this year.
Yeah, but they got to respect it, and I don't think they will. Not this year. Maybe.
Hasn't he been going off, though?
He has been.
He probably makes it over Julius Randle after Julius Randle did that in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad take.
They seem to penalize people.
All right, one more.
That's why Ben is on. Let's do start, bench, cut, and make up the players.
Ball don't. Oh man,
they're saying I'm trolling.
You want one more? Or are you done?
I like the. Let's do the
I like this one.
The pick the trio.
Oh, okay, we'll do that one. We're ending on this one.
No, I didn't know. If we're approaching that time, then okay.
All right, pick your trio. We have 4 teams. Team number 1, LeBron James, Jokic, Chris Paul. Team 2, KD, Joel Embiid, Trae Young. Team 3, Giannis, Luka, James Harden. Team 4, Steph Curry, Kawhi Leonard, Devin Booker.
4 is out for me.
Is Steph, Kawhi, D-Book?
Yeah, that's team 4.
Yeah.
It's between team 2 and team 3 with KD, Trae, and Embiid, and Giannis, Luka, and James. And I'm going Giannis, Luka, James.
I'm going to go team 2. KD,
I'm going to go
Embiid,
KD,
and Trae Young.
Trae, and Embiid. I'm surprised Shaq went with Luka group.
It's because Giannis is there. If you put KD and flipped KD and Giannis, he would have gone too. Let's do that. Giannis, Joel Embiid, Trae Young, Kevin Durant.
He's not going that team.
I'm going 3. I'm going KD, Luka, and James Harden. What
KD,
are you
Luka,
talking
and James
about?
is way more easier with this group.
All right.
1,000%.
I thought it was the Giannis bias.
I think I would. I don't know. The way that Giannis and Embiid will control the glass, I don't know. That would be.
Yo,
I don't know, bro. That's tough. It's basically.
I was putting these trios on a
court.
team. I wasn't doing just 3-on-3.
No, I know it. I know you're putting them on the team. I'm saying like you got Trae Young to put PG with Giannis and Embiid controlling.
Wait, you putting Trae Young, Embiid, and Giannis on the team versus Kevin Durant, Luka, and James Harden on the 5 team.
I can't go with you there, Dub.
With 2 more other players, you think I'm baffled right now.
I'm not saying it's clear cut. I'm not saying that, but I'm like, yo, Giannis.
I'm choosing LeBron, Jokic, and CP3 over Giannis, Embiid, and Trae Young.
Wow.
I'm choosing LeBron, Jokic, and CP3
over
over Giannis, Embiid, and Trae Young.
I'm with that too, with 2 other players.
I think y'all sleeping on Giannis, Embiid, and Trae Young.
From what standpoint? Because of rebounds?
They're just there's nobody that's gonna check them at all. I mean, nobody's gonna check KD. Nobody's gonna check KD or James Harden at all.
Let's say the KD team has. Well, let's pick 2 other players for.
Let's say for Giannis and Embiid, they have Drew Holiday and say I don't know, PJ Tucker.
Whoa, hold on. Hold on. So the roster is Trae Young, Drew Holiday, PJ Tucker, Giannis, and Joel Embiid.
That's a terrible roster.
That's a god-awful roster.
And it's bad because of PJ.
How is that? Then we'll say, I don't know, Lou
No, you said it already.
I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to make it
fair.
I'm trying to make it as fair as possible.
No, because
Drew Holiday.
we'll pick up. So we have Luka, James, KD, Bam Adebayo, and
The reason I hate Team 4 is because they got Steph, Kawhi, and D-Book. It should be Steph, Kawhi, and Anthony Davis to make it fair.
right.
But you also gotta look at the contracts as well. Like that's the way I'm looking at it. So
The contracts.
Don't look at that. Don't look.
yeah, if we're building a team, you have to take in contracts.
Well, they're all
wait.
three.
Wait,
Never mind.
You saying like max contracts, like stuff like that?
Because no, never mind. Never
Yo,
mind.
I'm out, yo.
Let me repick it. Let me repick it. Let me repick it because PJ Tucker is terrible. Because that's why I picked PJ Tucker. That's the only reason why I picked PJ Tucker.
We making a make-believe team that my man said I gotta look at the contract negotiation.
That's the
the
only
25th
reason I
hour.
picked PJ Tucker though. That's the only reason I picked PJ Tucker.
We're
I love
approaching the
y'all.
25th hour.
Yo,
We are.
light bars. I am out of here. I will see y'all. Yo, nah, Dub, what?
Bro, that's what I was
That
basing
was
it
pretty
off.
crazy.
That's what I was basing it off.
Dub,
That's the only reason I picked
Build
PJ
your
Tucker.
roster.
Buddha
roster.
Kuda said
Please
he's a
build your
GM.
roster, Dub.
You
I
could use
can't leave
anyone.
like that. I might not be
Now
able
that
to
Buddha
go to
Kuda
sleep.
said, LOL, he's a GM.
Now that you lost GM of the year and you came in
Right.
last, we're gonna make you GM of the year, and you can put whoever you want on the
Pick your
team.
roster. Go ahead.
They're
Pick your other
they're
team.
calling you
roster.
NyQuil Dub in the stats.
Yo, you have the most nicknames.
He
Dub,
has
don't
I really
stop.
do.
nicknames.
I really do.
Dub, don't
No,
stop.
I'm only going to replace PJ Tucker. Who can I replace PJ Tucker with?
So you're keeping Drew Holiday, okay?
I'm
Drew's the
definitely
one,
keeping Drew
Trey's the
Holiday.
two.
I'll put Lou Dort.
Who?
Lou Dort.
Yeah, yo, you pick a younger version of PJ Tucker.
Yeah. I'll pick Lou Dort.
Okay, I'm taking Bam Adebayo,
Mhm.
and let's see. We're gonna win by so much points. Shaq, you picked the last one since you were on my side.
PJ Tucker.
honestly, that team still does win.
For
Yo, so
sure.
we have Luka, James, KD, Bam.
Luka. So we need a three.
Ridiculous.
We need a.
Give us
we need a
Anthony
4.
Davis.
We need a 5. We need a 5.
Bro, honestly,
We don't
give
even
us
need Anthony
no.
Davis.
Listen. Put Giannis.
Give us Collins
put
from
it-
Atlanta.
No, put Giannis at the 4. Give me Paul George at the 3. We got Luka running the 1, James at the 2, Paul George at the 3.
No, he
Giannis
got
at the
Giannis
4.
on his squad.
I got Giannis.
We have,
I got Giannis.
We have DeAndre Ayton.
Oh, sorry. We have KD, so KD's at the 3.
I'm not mad at Aiden.
We got Ayton. We got Ayton.
Ooh.
I'll
Bam
take
and
any
Ayton.
5 man
You
in
got
the
Bam
league.
and Ayton.
Yes.
They can't really stretch the
You
floor.
have-
That's
they're
the
not.
only issue.
They're not holding them.
Who
They're
can't
not holding them.
who can't stress the floor?
Bam and Ayton.
And
Who
who else
cares?
is on the roster?
Who's stretching the floor for Embiid and Greek?
I mean, Embiid can shoot. Better
They just
than-
gonna. I think they're just gonna dominate them, bro.
But you're not putting Bam or Ayton out there. But I guess it doesn't matter when you got KD, Luka, and Harden
No,
up there.
if we put the 5 up, there's no way Bam and Ayton versus with KD,
It's basically-
James, and Luka
It's basically
versus
gonna be.
Luke Dort.
I'm still taking Collins. Collins is an amazing 3-point shooter. That's why I'm taking Collins.
John Collins.
Yeah, I'm taking John Collins.
John Collins from the Blazers.
I think he shot no
From the Hawks.
from the Hawks. I think he
Oh.
shot 40 from the line.
I don't think he's as amazing as you think, and he take
That's
like
a
one or
hot
maybe-
take.
That's a hot
Yeah, but he's still
take, and I
stretching the
think-
floor.
And I
me
think he
look.
maybe takes 1 or 2 threes a game.
I can't wait to be completely wrong about this.
Yeah,
He
I don't
shot
think
like
he takes more than
27%.
2. I don't think he takes more than 2.7 threes a game. I don't, honestly speaking.
I still got my team. It is what
He
it
shot
is.
he shot 40 on 3.4 threes a game.
He shot
Not bad.
3 threes a game.
That's
3.3.
not bad at
Nasty.
all.
He averaged 17 and 7 on 40%. So I'm taking
Oh, let me
I'm
get.
taking Collins.
Are you gonna take Collins? I'm gonna take Jaylen Brown.
You got your team already, bro. You
All
trading Lou Dort now?
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna trade because y'all got John Collins and Bam. So I'm gonna take Drew and Jaylen Brown.
Fire.
I got Trey Young, Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday. Yeah, that's tough. Giannis and Embiid. Put that on a 2K team. We'll see who won.
All right, y'all. You have any final words, Dub?
Remy Dub was not in effect tonight.
Oh, at all.
At all.
Shaq.
We'll get a visit from him soon enough.
That's a fact.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for tapping into this show. I
Gotta
was
be
completely
up in 5 hours.
I was completely exhausted from last episode, so I figured I would just play it cool this episode.
All right, Dell.
Love is love.
Peace out. All right, y'all. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Please rate us on the podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever. Leave a review. We love y'all, and we'll catch you. Shaq, you said that we were gonna have the episode
Sunday afternoon is when it would be posted. Sometime on Sunday.
Join the Discord. We'll make an announcement of when we're gonna do the next live show and then when the next video is gonna be posted. So, all right, y'all. We'll catch you next episode.
Peace out. Peace out. Peace out.